Hello, hello, hello. How's everyone doing today? Ooh, where's the music? Where's the music? There's the music. Ooh, how's everyone doing? How is everyone doing? I've run out of room very quickly. Again, in terms of room, do you miss the boxing? Okay, so to be fair, you missed the unboxing. I know, I jumped the gun a bit. But after what happened with the SL1, with realizing unboxing something massive on camera is kind of a pain in the butt. So I took it out of the box before going live, and the camera's gonna focus on this one servo the entire stream, I got a feeling. It is what it is, so we'll go full screen so you don't see it as badly. But yeah, it's, this took a bit to get out, put it that way. Good thing we didn't try this on stream because it took me about an hour. Because it was in a pallet that was actually boxed up pretty good. It was actually bolted down pretty well. And then I had to get it from the front of my garage to over here. Oh yeah, turn the overlays back on. Boop, there we go. So I had to move it from the garage, or the front of the garage, to over here. And these rubber feet that it's on, they're grippy. They're grippers. They are some grade A grippers. The feet that this ships with. So I had to like put them on sliders so I could slide it, and then picking it up. Pantheon folks, first critique. Nothing's perfect. Nothing's perfect. Handles are your friend. Trying to pick this up off the ground and put it on the bench, which is about, I don't know, how tall is my bench? How tall is my bench? 42 inches. So this weighs 100 pounds. I took stuff off of it. I took the top hat off. That's why the hydraulic shocks, because it has hydraulics. Because why not? It has hydraulics for the enclosure. I can't even put the lid on because it'll hit my overhead camera. So we won't put that on today. But the side panels I had to take off, and just so I can grab it. This thing is a beast. Like, this thing is an absolute, like, I've seen this in person. For those that don't know what this is a Pantheon HS3. Massive, unbelievably huge shout out to the Pantheon team for sending this to me for testing and evaluation. It's flipping huge, and it's heavy. It's dense. This right here is 20 millimeters of aluminum. This is a 20 millimeter thick aluminum plate that everything for the motion system, the X, Y, and Z, is all mounted to this plate. So if, like, you know how most printers are, you build the frame, and if you twist the frame, the whole like thing. No, everything is indexed off this giant plate here, and this plate don't move. It's 20 millimeters thick. So everything is like, even like the Z. You can see the Z? Yeah, the Z's only attached to the plate with these massive bushings and ball screws, and it's a beast. And I'm covered in grease. Yeah, don't touch the ball screws. Andrew, $10, cheers, I'd appreciate it. Hope you've recovered from all the travel fun. Thank you, appreciate it. For 10,000, what can it do that a Cobra Max can't do? Not fall apart, for one. Not have, not be from a company that drops support for it in 6 months. Have an actively heated chamber that won't fail you and can pump out production parts of high degree accuracy nonstop every day continuously for movie studio productions and stuff like that, reliably. Yeah. Also, I know what the BOM cost. I'm not going to tell you what the BOM cost of this is. I know what the BOM cost of this is. These machines are nowhere near as cheap as, I've seen that a lot with the Prusa HT90 they announced, the Prusa Pro, which is their high temp enclosed machine. It's a $10,000 machine, which is the same as this machine. And people are like, I could build it at home cheaper. I know how much the BOM cost for this is. I'm not going to tell you because I'm not going to disclose it. But if you think you could build this cheap, go for it. I believe in you. Good luck. But yeah, this machine, I'm just going to preface this now. If you want to buy it, there's a link in the description. Go check it out. This is not aimed at little Timmy who wants to print benchies and whatever the meme print of the month is. This machine is not aimed at them. From my understanding, a lot of the users of this machine are like prosumer level or movie studios use them for like movie props and shit like that. Yeah, this machine is, if like your $99 and, ooh, shoot, put these away, don't want to lose these. I got, all the goodies came in to fix the positron too as well. If like the little enders here and like the bamboo's a step up from that, and then you have like the Vorons and rail cores and V cores, they're about here. This machine is like up here. It's a professional machine. This machine is a great deal at $10,000 because the companies buying this normally drop 40 to 50 grand on a printer. That's this market. But for some reason they sent one to me, and they sent the big bag of desiccant too. And you know, I'm not going to we're gonna have fun with it. We are gonna have fun with it. So first things first, I gotta get this actually like up and online. Yeah, these are clear path servos. So, you know, you want to start adding up the cost because, you know, you want to, I can do this at home. It's got 3 clear path servos to start, and 2 NEMA 23s for Zed with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What are these? 16 mil ball screws? 16 mil ball screws from Shack. They're BF12C7. So they're from Shack. Yeah, that's the brand, is SHAC. So that's just the motion system. If you want to, you know, not counting the custom machining for the plate, because this entire plate is machined and everything mounts to it. Everything's indexed off of it. All the custom electronics, the custom side panels that are sheet metal, that are bent, folded, and insulated. I will say though, this was the cheapest large format printer I've ever had to get shipped to me in terms of duties, because it's made in Canada, eh? This is from BC. They're out of Vancouver. This is Canadian made. This is more Canadian than Tim Hortons. Do I get to keep it? I think so. I'm hoping, because it's going to go back here. It's totally going on the back here. Yeah, it's metal side panels. Oh yeah, the linear rods. I haven't even looked at the linear rods. We can't even look at them. There you go. There's one of the rods right here. Or rails, linear rails. They are like HG fit. I don't know, they're big. And they're all like properly indexed and all kinds of stuff. So let's get this. So full disclosure, I'm not being paid for this. They sent me the printer free of charge. They just like, hey, you want to take a look at the printer? And I'm like, yes. So they sent the printer. I'm not being paid for this. This is obviously live, so they haven't seen any scripts or anything. I don't even think they know I'm unboxing it today because they sent it like 2 or 3 weeks ago. So words and opinions are my own, blah, 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 usual YouTube disclosure. All I have done was get it out of the pallet they shipped it in. I took off the side panels. I took off the top hat, which if you're wondering about the top hat, I have it over here. The top hat weighs about 10 pounds. This is the top hat. It's all acrylic. It's like fused together. It's actually like glued together. There's no actual joints. It's actually glued together. There's a giant HEPA filter on the back, and it's all hinged and everything. So this is the top hat. I'm not gonna put it on yet because I literally can't, because it'll block the overhead camera. So I took that off. It's like when you move a dresser. You know how when you move a dresser, you take all the drawers out? You kind of have to do that with this. And then I took the side panels off. So if you're wondering why the gas shocks are just flapping in the breeze, it's because they literally have dual gas shocks to hold the, for the hinge, for the top hat. So these are just hanging because I took them off. It's running Klipper. The electronics are, go to the mobile cam. Mobile cam, there we go. So the electronics are all back here. This is a separate area. So when the panels are on, this is a backpack. So this is all internal. Here's the back panel. Again, custom metalwork. Oop, we've lost the mobile camera. And webcam, deactivate, activate. Oh, there we go. Okay. So here's the back panel. Again, all custom machine work. You know, this is probably laser cut or water jet. There's an exhaust fan. We have our little antenna. This is running Klipper. Here's one clear path servo. Here's another clear path and another clear path. The Z is only NEMA 23s, so they took it a little easy there. There's your tool head board with it's a custom slice hot end. So there's that. You got all your fancy custom tool head boards and whatnot. This is your feeder for filament. It's not Core XY. I know it's not Core XY, but you can't really do Core XY with ball screws on all axes. Why Klipper, not Duet? Because of reasons. They wanted some of the functionality that Klipper offered, from my understanding. Also, it's easier for service on their end because what they can do, now apparently you can do this with Duet too, but what they can do is if you have this machine in your operation and you're having issues with it, they can remote into the machine and basically fix it remotely, essentially. That's part of like their you buy the machine, it comes with that kind of service. It's part of their service. So they can remote into the machine and diagnose and update it and repair it, or do what they can at least remotely without having to like, let me see your screen and blah, 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 blah. Also, it does have a camera. You know, most printers, they use like a little off the shelf little module and whatever. No, they just have a Logitech C920. Like straight up. It's just a Logitech C920 in a case. That's the webcam, and it has an LED above it. And we do have LEDs on the inside too. So we do have strips of LEDs on the inside. So yeah, the webcam is just the Logitech C920. Okay. It's a full camera. Yeah, Canon R5 So let's get this going. So I haven't powered it up. I haven't cheated. I got all these little tags here. Remove clamp, 4mm Allen key. Let me grab my 4mm Allen key. I don't have, where did I put my 4mm Allen key? My 4mm Allen key? You are, okay. And I dropped it, there we go. You know what? We'll use the LTT screwdriver today. Red cinema camera. Yeah, it's got a red camera for print monitoring. That's how you do it, right? You put a red camera on it. It shouldn't freak out that I have the top hat unplugged. I don't think that'll be an issue. I don't think it'll like go, oh, air out or something. Obviously, I'm not gonna be on camera for all of this because this thing's huge. And the camera is like 2 feet in front of it. So, yeah, so let's get these clamps off. So how am I supposed to take these off? Because these, how do I have to slide them off? How do they come off? Okay, what I should actually do, I want to see if they actually have instructions for this. Because it came with like some stickers and some other stuff. Resources, documentation portal. Getting started. Okay. Slicer intro, setting up your HS3. There we go. Setting up your printer. So this is how you like unbox it all. I just, in terms of taking it out of the box, I'm sure there's like a proper way to do it. I had a hammer and a crowbar and I got it out of the box. So this is how it ships in a box. They got clamps to hold it down. You take that all apart. Okay. Lift the machine below the base plate and unintended operating using 4mm. Unscrew and remove the shipping braces on the X, Y, and Z. Locate is, okay, so I guess they just come off. So let me get something to grip them with. Because they're like, how are you supposed to, oh, they just, oh, I see, okay. I see, so it just kind of pops off. There we go. Come on, there we go, okay. There we go. So if you're wondering, this is how it secures all the accesses. They have these little clamps. They like slide on to the ball screw, and then you put a screw through it and it clamps it. So that locks your accesses, because you really don't want this moving. Because that would be bad. And everything is pre-greased and everything, so that's good to see, I guess. So what I'm also going to say right now while I'm doing this, don't forget, if you haven't entered for your chance, every stream we give away a spool of Polymaker filament. Link in the video description. Enter for your chance to win. So go enter for that right now while I'm undoing the clamps. The clamps! So let's do that. I was gonna start throwing those out. And last one is up top here. Go. My hands are all greasy. I've got grease on my digits. No Pantheon giveaway? Unfortunately not, but what I can say is I can offer you right now 10% off your order of gamer subs. They got some new waifu cups. Go get them. Link in the video description. Use code CreatorCreator. Save 10% off your orders of gamer subs. They just sent me a care package, so I got a bunch of shirts and a bunch of new drinks to try out. I will say right now, I'm drinking. I don't know exactly what the actual flavor is supposed to be, but it's called Good, and it's good. Oh, this one I can just slide off. So I know Joel has one of these too. He did a video with them. Luckily for him, the Pantheon crew is relatively close to him. So they all went to his studio to help him set it up. I'm all by my little lonesome here. So we'll see how it goes. Want a good cherry? I believe this is a cherry flavor. I believe it is a cherry flavor. Also, if you didn't know, they change color depending on the color you have in the drink because they're see-through. Okay, so that's that. So what's next? I probably should, considering the price of this thing, I probably should follow the instructions. Locate a suitable electrical outlet and ensure the power switch is on the off position. Plug the machine in the mains power using provided electrical cable. Flip the power switch of the HS3 to the on position. The switch should illuminate. The servo motors on the machine will energize and an audible clunk will be heard. This is not a concern. Okay, let's power it up. I'm gonna use the cable they sent me simply for the fact that, just in case. I don't foresee anything being funky, but this machine does have, I'm gonna assume a pretty good power draw. And I'm not going to use yeah, this cable actually feels pretty thick. Some of these cables that you get from some printers are kind of, they're okay, but the gauge of the wire is like at the limit of what's actually okay. So for this, I'm gonna actually use a proper cable that they sent with the printer. So we're gonna plug that in. Now to be super safe, I'm gonna plug it into the same outlet my computer's plugged in. So if the stream goes down, you know what happened. Okay. So I should be able to plug it in. Also, right now, just a little housekeeping. The merch store is currently down. Stream Elements switched who does the merch for them. I think it's fourth wall now, so I have to redo the stream store. So merch, unfortunately, is off right now. Okay. Am I good for contact? I'm good for contact. Okay. Contact. Oh my God, that's bright. Like, no joke. I gotta get this set up on the network so I can turn the LEDs down. Okay, so we're booting up. Klipper's booting up. So we have this nice touchscreen here. Let me do the peel. So my machine is called Mirthful Bobcat. Apparently they all had names. Mine's called Mirthful Bobcat. Man, those LEDs are bright. How do I, wow, come over here. Come with me. So you got a nice little touchscreen here. Utilities, lights, camera light. So that's the camera light. So that's that light. Network. Okay, I'm going to connect this to the network. So, uno momento. I'm going to hide the screen so you can't see it. Error adding network. What do you mean error adding network? Error adding network. Why are you saying error adding network? Okay, 1 second here. Let's see. I'm getting an error saying error adding network. It's a Wi-Fi module removable. I don't know what the board they use. They have a board, but then they have a bunch of other stuff on it. On the front settings, network. Okay. Select your network and enter the password. Okay, it should work. Let me do this. See the screen. Yeah, here, let me. Okay. It's saying error adding network. I've never seen that error before with Klipper. Let's cancel. Okay, I don't think we're on the network. Settings, font size, theme, power off, nope, time zone, nope. Network. I mean, worst comes to worst, I can always just plug in a, I could see it, it's just not. Save, error adding network. Why are you having error? Okay, let's try a different one. Error adding network. Okay, I'm getting some errors here. Okay, we'll fiddle with that later. You check a provider if it's in the network. I can check. Reboot. I might. There's a note here saying on first startup it may be an issue. So let's. I don't think it's on my home network. Let me just double check. System info. Log in. Yeah, it's not on the network. Okay. So let's turn this off. Okay, so let's turn that off. Wait a couple seconds. By the way, I totally took a chunk out of my my desk putting this on. Just a little bit of damage. Let there be light. They do make a thunk when they power up, that's for sure. I mean, I could run an Ethernet cable. Worst comes to worst, I could just run an Ethernet cable. Got one in here somewhere. Yeah, got an Ethernet cable. I can always just run an Ethernet if I need to. Although, I don't know if I have an Ethernet long enough to reach all the way over here. That might be a problem. Okay, connecting to Pantheon HS3. Okay, so that's connected. So let's try the Wi-Fi again. Network. So we're good there. Come on. Find my network. I mean, I have a laptop. I can always just connect to it via a laptop. Because now, yeah. The Wi-Fi modules with Klipper have been kind of funky lately. I don't know what's going on with Klipper, but there's been several printers over the last little bit where, like, on first boot up, did I purchase this? I did not purchase this. They sent this to me. Because even here they have a note saying Wi-Fi currently may take a long time to load if after 5 networks, like 5 minutes. The Magneto has the same issue. The Magneto has the same issue with, like, first boot up Wi-Fi just not picking up everything. What's going on here? Yeah, it's only picking up a few of the networks. It's not picking up my home network right now. What is going on here? Let's get this plugged in. Seriously looking. Yeah. Yeah, the ball screws, if you want to know the specs, I believe they're 16 mil ball screws. The blocks are SHAC BF12C7 is the end blocks, if you're curious about that. Yeah. See, my problem is my Ethernet cables are only like little patch cables, and my thing's over there. Let's see if I have any longer cables. That is not longer. Yeah, it's a $10,000 printer. I was trying to get to connect to my Wi-Fi. Yeah, it's only showing. Okay, let's try another reboot. One more reboot. If this doesn't work, we'll just go to what? Ethernet. 1, 2, 10. Well, I see if I can find a longer Ethernet cable. I think I have one over here. No, your power cable. Ow, ow. I just walked into something sharp and it hurt. Ow. There we go. Yeah, I can just patch it in with Ethernet if this doesn't work. I've got an Ethernet cable right here. I'm using 2.4. Well, they're both Ubiquiti access points. So it's Ubiquiti, so with Ubiquiti, they do both. Or at least most of them do. Okay, let's try this. So there's that. Yeah, it's error adding site. Okay, I might have to do a software update. This machine is a little bit out, I believe. So I'll just go Ethernet for now, because it has Ethernet. So we'll just plug in Ethernet and call it a day. There we go, Ethernet. Okay, where are you on my home network? Where are you on my home network? Where are you? Mirthful Bobcat. Maybe it's only a 50. Okay, we gotta wait for it to connect here. So I can turn the lights off. Jeez. Can I just unplug the light? This light. Here, we'll do this. Because I'm literally being blinded. I don't think it's my router, because all my other printers are showing up on it. So, and this uses like the same as all the other ones, so. Copy, paste. There we go. There's the Pantheon. Okay, so Ethernet, plug your Ethernet. It may take 1-2 minutes. Okay, connected to the web interface. So we've connected the first print. Okay. Home all. Okay. Okay. Home all. Move the Z to 250. Okay, so because this isn't a machine with training wheels, I have a full proper console. G1Z 250. Drop the bed. Okay. Then what? Install the smooth or textured bed. Ooh, okay. Let me grab the bed out. So they sent me a bunch of goodies with the printer. We'll go through all that later. But for now, we'll just kind of get it set up. I got 2 flex plates. So one's textured, I guess, or I think they're both smooth. Okay. So we got a flex plate here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean the bed and then put this on. What does input shaping look like on this thing? I don't know. I'm assuming pretty stable. Even considering this bench wobbles like crazy, it doesn't matter because this printer can move while it prints and it doesn't affect the print quality for the most part because you have the common plate. So even though this all wobbles because it's on my bench and it is really heavy for this bench, I was a little worried about it, I'll be honest. It is, because it has a common plate, it's all referenced and indexed off that. Oh, it's okay. Peel off the protective sheet. Let's peel off the protective sheets first. I'm like, this feels very slippery for PEI. And it's like, oh, it's got a protective sheet on it. So we gotta peel that off. There. Now it's PEI. There we go. And just for a little bit of good measure, I don't know where to put it. Where I put my brush? My brush. I don't know where I put my brush. I will use a sponge. Put a little vision miner on it. On their website, it says only take proprietary filaments. Ew. No, you could run it with normal G code. You can run it with normal G code. They recommend using their filaments because that's what it's tested with, and they do sell filament. And a machine like this, it's like the you do kind of want to use the. It's a different type of machine. Let's put it that way. Like when you're buying these machines, you're buying it with the filament, with the support package. I mean, yeah, it eats normal G code. You can use whatever filament. It's just kind of, we don't, you know, if you buy this machine for, you know, and you buy it for your company and you start running like the cheapest Amazon basics filament through it and it starts to fail and have issues, then they go, hey, you know, we're not going to help you because the RB Dragons kind of thing. It's one of those things that this kind of machine, it's part of the ecosystem. It's like the not the Formnex, it's like the Stratasys machines and whatnot. They all have, you know, limitations on what they can accept in terms of filament. But this, there's no RFID tags or anything like that. So you could feed it whatever, as far as I'm aware. I mean, I'm gonna feed it some generic PLA today. So, but they do sell their filament here. Let me pull it up here. Pantheon. So they do sell filament. Yeah. So it's like carbon fiber copolyester, which is a PETG. That's $200 Canadian for a 3 kilogram spool. CF nylons are 500 for 3 kilogram spools. This isn't a machine for little Timmy to print benchies on. Simple as that. Okay. Okay. So home all, navigate that. Okay. Install the smooth or textured bed. Be sure to remove any protective film. Okay. Align. See load and unload filament. Once filament is loaded. Okay. So let's load filament. So let's load some filament. So the filament loader is on that side. Yeah, you want to, yeah, as GP says, you don't buy a $10,000 printer and put cheap filament in it. Yeah, it's a different thing. Like, they sent me some dry boxes. Do you want to see the dry boxes that come with this printer? This is the dry box that comes with this printer. It's stainless steel. Like, this is the dry box for this printer. Yeah. So we're gonna put that right here. And yeah, let's load it up with some filament. So let's load it up with, let's do the CF PETG, because I've got 6 kilograms of that stuff. Carbon fiber PETG. Okay. So the filament. There. I don't think it's, oh, is it a resealable? I don't think it's resealable. Okay. Do we get a hiss? Hopefully the noise canceling didn't fail that. That was a nice hiss. So carbon fiber PETG, print temp 255 to 265, bed temp 85, color black, diameter 1.75. And they put the empty spool weight on it. Empty spool is 876 grams. So let's load it up. So this is how you pull the spool out. So it's got like little things of desiccant in there to keep it dry, I guess. So top, and then we close this, lock that, and then we get our feeder tube Bowden. Which this is definitely just feeder tube Bowden. It is just feeder tube Bowden. Got two of them here. Okay. We gotta trim that. Laser's going bye-bye. I'm gonna do a video on the laser. Hopefully in the next week or so, like an actual review video on it. I've been doing a few things with it. Laser is just gonna move. I'm gonna redoing the studio a bit, organizational wise. And I'm basically gonna have anything that would not be a 3D printer be on the other side of the wall. So, yeah. So that goes there. This feeds into this. It goes all the way across the top. Let's feed from the inside. Okay, so that's okay. That's in. Okay, so now load filament. Okay, so let's see this. To that, load fresh desiccant. Put the filament in. Loading print head. So print CFPETG. So preheat the hot end display. Select the appropriate filament temperature. Okay. I just want to see how their like actual instructions are. That's why we're kind of going through the instructions right now. Is simply so we can get a bit of a look at this. So extruder. We want to load filament. Oh, temperature. Okay, temperature. CFPETG. Okay. So that's heating up now. It's heating up pretty quickly too. 400 watching, 93 likes. Like the smash button. Do the thing the YouTuber tell you to think. Do the thing, you push the button, number go up. Bigger number, better person, and you helped it. So make sure you like that smash button. Also, if you want to help support the channel, the content I create, and the things I do, consider becoming a channel member, a Patreon supporter, or if you're really cool, gifting memberships to others. That's what the cool people do. We had our members only live stream on Thursday, actually, and we went through a bunch of cool stuff, behind the scenes stuff, planning and whatnot. So if you want your opinions, thoughts and opinions to kind of direct the channel, or at least have like direct feedback, become a channel member. And then you can hang out in the Cool Kids Discord where we work on projects behind the scenes too. 3D and T Printing gifted 5 community memberships. Cheers and appreciated. Okay, so that's heating up. Okay. And then I think you just hit load. I could smell burning, so it's heating up, so we're good there. And by burning, I mean like I smell a molten plastic. Oh shoot, Trogdor! Hey Trogdor, gifted 20 community memberships. Cheers and appreciate it. Trogdor, you're awesome. Okay, so we're good there. So load. Okay, it's not grabbing it. Let's see, what do we got on this end? So CF, insert the PTFE tube in. Open the lid, okay. Oh, I see. So you pull the top out, you can pull the filament, and then you can because there's like a sensor here. There we go, okay. So let's do it from the screen here. Tool head. Okay, so they changed this layout a bit. Okay. There we go. Now it's sucking the filament in. There we go. Okay. There we go. So it's sucking the filament in. Oh, filament's coming out. It's extruding. Okay. So now I can turn that off. So that's off. Let's retract 5mm just so we have. There we go. Okay, so it did extrude. We got filament. Wasn't this at Rocky Mountain? No, they weren't at Rocky Mountain. And I'm trying to talk to them to come out to these events. Because the only places I've seen the Pantheon folks at, great team. If you ever get a chance to talk to them, has been at like Rapid. Unfortunately, I didn't go to Rapid this year. I really wish I did. Rapid this year seemed a lot more, how do I word this? A little bit more friendlier for like content creators this year than in previous years. I don't know if they changed anything or what behind the scenes, but it does seem that this year they seemed a little bit more content creator friendly at Rapid this year. And I'm kind of wishing I had went, but unfortunately I couldn't. This year I just couldn't. Little guy graduated grade school this week, and yeah. Okay, so let's install. So they have their own slicer. I believe it's based on one of the current slicers. I just don't know which one. So let me. And yes, I'm going to be using their slicer for this. I'm not going to be installing like Orca for this. I'm using what they give you. Finish. So print volume on this thing is 300 cube, I believe. I believe it's 300 cube. Oh, is that done installing? Pantheon slicer. Okay. So it's based on Prusa slicer. So we have a Pantheon with a 0.4 nozzle. Next. All. Put all the profiles. So yeah, you like, it comes with these filaments, but you can, I'm pretty sure you could just, you know, add more if you want. Finish. Okay. So there's the Pantheon HS3. Let's just YOLO a benchy, I guess. YOLO a benchy. 3D benchy. Okay, we have it loaded with 0.2mm carbon fiber PETG on a Pantheon HS3. 40% infill. I'm assuming their print settings are pretty chonky. Yeah, 6 walls. So let's drop that down. 2 walls, 4 top, 4 bottom. Let's just do like 15%. That's like a generic profile, right? Slice. Okay. What speeds are we doing? What speeds? So speeds, here's speed for moves. I got a feeling these aren't right. I'm assuming, yeah, because it's doing this. I'm assuming there's stuff with the servos. Let's just leave it at default for now. Because I don't know how much of this is like, I don't know how much is under the hood on this machine, because there's a lot of stuff with like servos on this. Where is upload and print? So they changed some stuff on here, but there's drop Q. Upload new G code. Okay. I think that's it. You just go, because it's got, yeah, I think we're good. Okay. Print. See what happens. I'll try and get a camera set up too once it, because I can't see shit. Let me, okay, so it's homing. Yeah, a little bit up. Filament off. Okay, so the hot end's heating up to 220. Did I tell it was doing? Yeah, carbon fiber PETG. Okay. Look at the, it's running the motors at 2.5 amps. And they're smooth. This thing's making, like, it's making noise. The part cooling, or the electronics fan seems to be like always on, or the heatsink fan. There's an always on fan, but they have a blowy Bitron for part cooling, just to put in perspective. Yeah, Servos don't get, yeah, Servos DGAF. Not gonna lie, it's actually really good. Good? Like, the Gamer Subs flavor called good is actually really good. Are they servos? Yes. Clear pass servos, 2 for the X, 1 for the Y. Or, I mean, you're looking at the printer from the front, so it's 2 for the Y, 1 for the X. It has a bed cam. Yes, it does. Right there. So you have a bed cam. I'll pull the bed cam feed into the print when it actually starts printing. I may have to run a PID. It looks like it overshot the overshot it a bit. Webcams. Yeah, it's got a webcam. The only downside is, since it is like a full C920, the frame rate is not good. Okay, so now it's probing. Okay, let me see if I can figure out how to get a better camera. I've got a tripod here, but I don't know if this. Here, we'll do this. We'll do this. Okay. 1 second. Use my camera tripod here. There we go. Okay, so you go like this. Go like this. Close that door. Is this the right camera? Hello. There we go. Let's see if we can. I'm trying to figure out which is probably the best camera angle for this. Probably not one. Well, actually, it'd probably be over here because of the servos there. That works. That works. So it's doing a bed mesh. So it's obviously, let me see here. So it's running Klipper. It's running, so it's got an EBB can, V12. So it's running new Klipper. Yeah, the way they have it all, yeah, look at all this stuff. I really don't want to dig through this. I'm gonna reach out to him and be like, hey, do you have a way to do adaptive mesh? I want to do adaptive. We don't want to be meshing the whole bed. Motors are in the chamber, yeah, and they're servos. They'll be fine. They're clear path servos. They'll be fine in the chamber. I mean, they got heat sinks on them. Like, also, yes, I know this end isn't supported on the ball screw. It doesn't need to be. They don't always have to be. This is the best thing since they started selling water. That's capitalism talk for you. They also sent me a soldering iron. So if you're wondering exactly what I got, if you're wondering exactly what they sent me, I should be wearing my Pantheon shirt. I don't know where my Pantheon shirt went. I have 2 of them and I don't know where they went. I gotta find them. This is the Canadian price. Whoa, Jesus. That moved. The whole bench shook. Okay, so you're not really gonna get a good first layer look, I don't think. I mean, first layer looks good. First layer is good. You'll see when the print's done. I mean, why do I have a tripod? I could just do this, right? Let's do this. Yeah. Let's put it on the printer itself. There. There we go. There we go. So, travel speed is yes. I got jump scared. I legit got jump scared from that. So we'll let it get to infill and then I'll jump back to this. So I'm gonna put the price here in American. This desk is gonna shake like mad. This desk is gonna shake like mad. This desk is a toolbox on wheels. It's gonna be doing this, but because this is all built around this common plate, this actually won't affect print quality at all. This does not affect print quality at all because everything is attached to this one plate in terms of the motion system. So it doesn't matter how much this moves because it all moves in relation to this. And because it's all ball screws and it's rigid AF, there's no belts or anything. This does not affect print quality with this machine. You could throw this in your car and print and it won't do anything. But this will go on a more sturdy bench after. Noise level? What noise level? I mean, what noise level? I mean, I don't have the fan, the part, is the part cooling? No, the part cooling fan's going. The part cooling fan is going. Like here, you want noise. There you go. Noise suppressor's off. Music's off. What noise? What noise? Like, I think, if you're like, oh, it's not moving that fast. I think it actually is. It's just so quiet. Also, it's very deliberate in its ramp up and ramp down for speeds. Like, its movement is very smooth. It like watching this move, it's very smooth. I don't know how to describe it. I mean, when you have 100 pounds of dead mass, of course it's gonna be pretty solid, but like, and by the way, these are the screws that hold the top hat on. They got big boys. You know, they're not that big, but. I mean, yeah, considering like this table is on wheels. Like you can hear the part cooling fan ramp up, but for it's like a 40 40 blowimatron. Like the part cooling fan on this thing is massive. It's this. And it's doing fine. Unfortunately, it doesn't show the speed. It doesn't actually show the actual speed. Print is looking great. Yeah, it's CFPETG. I'm gonna print something. Apollo, if you're here, can you DM me the files or link for the files for the SPL I need to print? I'm gonna print the body and CFPETG on this thing. We're just gonna send it today. Just straight up send it. And they're doing the smart thing. Their profiles are set up, at least this profile, where it's doing fast on the inside and slow on the outside. So you get that really nice surface finish on the outside without having the without taking a hit to the outside quality finish. So it's just very deliberate. Like, you know me, I like fast, but I'm not like, speed isn't everything to me. This thing moves with a purpose. It actually, like, it's not like a racehorse, it feels like. With like other Core XYs, high speed Core XYs, you could tell they feel like they're on the edge of braking. This just, I'm going here, then I'm going there, and this is how fast I'm going. It's in the Google Drive link you got emailed. Okay, I gotta find that email in. Did I ever build a TD1? No, I have that. Oh yeah, you know what? We'll print the parts for TD1. There we go. TD1. I have the parts for it in a baggie somewhere. They sent it to me and I put the baggie somewhere. Here, I got the parts for TD1 right here. TD1 Qforge. Why am I getting, okay, TD1 tester. Okay, where are the printed files? 3D printed case by Ajax 3D. Is it, oh, it's a 3MF file. There we go. Okay, so we'll print that. So I'm not gonna lie, I had an acquaintance of mine. I have a few acquaintances still in the mold making industry that reach out to me every now and then, looking for printed parts for, like, you know, jigs and stuff like that. So I don't run a print farm, but I do custom orders for acquaintances every now and then. I'm gonna be really happy with this machine, I think, over the next little bit. I mean, look at the wiring on this. Like this is just... He said doo-doo. How, Steve, how was Rapid? I really have FOMO. I had FOMO. Is it Prusa quiet? Honestly, yeah. Like, I don't have an XL yet to compare it to, but like, this is as loud as like my Mark IV running. And this is moving faster than the Mark IV. Also, I wonder if they have like a min layer time kicking in too. It'll be, I mean, my whole desk is shaking right now. Oh, okay, I can't load that 3MF file. It won't load, the slicer won't load the 3MF file. Does anyone have like the files for the TD1 that aren't on printables, like the individual files? You're a kid who just got all the candy you want in the store. New file for the hat? I did. I haven't got around to it. It was awesome. Yeah, it does feel like, looking at, like, you know, Joel had his party and then a few, it really looked like Orca, why did I say Orca? It really looked like Rapid this year did a little bit more for content creators than in previous years. Because previous years, it was just nothing. It was like, you just kind of, you were there, like I went, and it was like, but there wasn't like, I don't know, it just seemed like they did a little bit more this year. Promoted like content creators and like that kind of stuff. Which is nice for these events, because these events are very suit and tie business events. So it's nice to have, you know, us lowly, you know, 3DP content creators like being able to mingle and do all that cool stuff and actually have a platform. So hopefully next year. But Joel David's party, that's honestly, I wish I really went to that, but there was no way I was going back out to LA, unfortunately. It just wasn't gonna happen. Orphan it in Bamboo. Oh yeah, I could do that. Yeah, let me orphan it in Orca and then export it as an STL. Also, I like the new font for Orca Slicer. What font is this? Can somebody tell me what font this is? I really like this font. It's probably a number of big company people who are at least knew of Warren, many have going to build one. Nice. Do that mingling. That was me sneaking into the back rooms, the creator lounge at Open Sauce. Was just like how many maker creators were like, oh hey, yeah, you're on the Voron team, or yeah, I know Voron, I want to build one of those or whatever. So it's like, it was really cool. Nerding out with like Pirate Software, explaining to him the whole open source stuff and all that. I was like, yeah. So export as STLs. No, not OneDrive. F off. Freaking Windows. Oh, everything's gonna go to the OneDrive folder now. It's like F off. PD1. What? File. Export as. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay. So there's the TD1 STLs. So let's slice. Secret creative partners, they were tight on security. Yeah, it is what it is. You may want to just delete the letters. I'm not doing any letters. There's no letters. I'm just doing it all in black and white. You don't need the letters. Or just black. This can't do tool changes. Is this camera kind of being a little poopy on this view? Here, let me. What is the TD1? It's for HueForge. It's, you put Filament in, it gives you like all the numbers HueForge needs for it. Deactivate. Oop. I think I actually killed the camera. 1 second. It's showing that picture again. Activate. There we go. I have problems to connect the AMS on the X with 211. Bamboo, okay. Every now and then I check up on forums. Are people here with Bamboos? Are you having issues with it like pausing and freezing and just being a little wonky lately? Like, I think it's affecting the A series and the P series. But is anyone here with a Bamboo? Because I only use my X1 and I haven't used it in a while. But I've been like seeing a lot of like talk on their Discord and forum of like, or subreddit, of them just being a bit wonky lately. Like I don't know if it was an update. Mapia has been fine. Okay, so maybe it's just a few people complaining on the Discord or subreddit. That's the thing, it's hard to get a feel for like, is this like an actual thing or is it just a few people complaining? Your X1 started printing ovals. Oh, talk to Andre about that. The firmware update killed the Panda Touch. Really? That sucks. Yeah, because, you know, them trying to force everything to go through their servers, and then when people actually want to use the printers the way they want, it overloads their servers. They shut down. I don't like that. I don't like the way they. Oh well, whatever. Whatever. Okay, there's the files. Okay, we'll print these once that's on the shelf. No issues with mine. Okay. Only pause I have had with the model that had a pause for color. Okay, so knock on wood. What is your opinion with screw drives you're using versus common belts? For DIY at-home printers, lead screws are fine for your Z. Do not be using them for XY. There's too much backlash. And ball screws are too expensive. What you gain with a ball screw setup isn't worth it for a DIY machine. Usually DIY, you're trying to keep within a budget. Just go belted. Just go belted for the XY, lead screws for the Z if you're designing your own printer. You haven't updated. Yeah, like my X1 is on LAN only mode. So is my P1, I believe. I haven't checked it in a while. What's the appropriate max for Z? So here, while that's printing, let's go through this. So this is what they sent me. For those wondering, this is what they sent me. This is the PANTHEON HS3. It's made in Canada. So, you know, for those wondering, oh, I can get it cheaper. It's made in Canada. It's assembled in Canada at a Canadian, like they're based out of Vancouver. So take that as you will. So for those looking for domestic, there you go. At least, hey, buy Canadian. Flipping Americans, you gotta support things. It's all freaking foreign to me anyway. Hey, look, this is finally Canadian. We have a Canadian printer on the bench. So now I could say, hey, buy Canadian. Can't do that often. But anyways, so yes, it's 10,000 USD, okay? This is the machine here, carbon glass fiber composites. This is not meant to do Ultim. It's not. It is basically to do the premium Gucciest nylons and PETs and other filaments, except for the extremely high temperature stuff. Although I don't know what the chamber temp can get up to, because it does have a heater, I believe. Is that a heater, or is that just an air? Oh, that's just air. I don't think it has an active chamber heater. I don't believe. It does have the convection fan, though. It does have a fan to circulate air in the chamber, but I don't believe it actually has an active chamber heater. So it's meant for like this kind of stuff. Big, accurate parts or just batch parts. It's a production machine. Yes, it can go fast, but its profiles and everything are more tuned for consistent reliability. Okay. So yeah, so it's really designed for like carbon fiber PETG, carbon fiber nylon, glass fiber nylons, and other exotic but not completely premium machines. You probably could in a pinch do PEC. I mean, we printed PEC on a Voron, but in terms of like, you know, what this machine is going to be eating on a daily basis, it's probably going to be doing like carbon fiber nylons and whatnot. That's what it's meant for. So the hot end, this is the tool head. I actually have an extra one. I think, is this the box? Nope, this is the goodie box. So this is all spare parts. I believe this is the tool head. So this is the tool head of the printer. Right here. Here's the entire tool head assembly. It's attached to a CNC'd aluminum plate. It's got a custom PCB board in it. This is a, see, hey Slice, I got one of your hot ends again. This is a custom dual heater slice hot end. It's got the BMG, not like the LGX, but it's got the larger feed gears, filament runout sensor and all that. That's actually a really nice mechanism. The extruder itself is all machined. It's a machined aluminum extruder. All the parts for the extruder are machined aluminum. And the parts themselves are all, I'm assuming, carbon fiber nylon. I'm assuming. Oh. It's not an LDO stepper motor. There's Stepper Online, which is another good brand. So that's, and for those going, oh, it's heavy. Yeah, this machine don't care. It's ball screws. It don't care about how heavy the tool head is. Slice, you know what? I'll never buy one of their hot ends again, just because I don't, you know, it's not my thing. But you know what? I got nothing against Slice anymore. I've buried the hatchet with that drama. Slice, they are very good at what they do, and this is the kind of market they're really good in. They are really good at coming out with, their hot ends are really good hot ends. Let's not mix qualms about it. Patent BS aside, their hot ends are very good hot ends. And if you're designing a machine like this, in this kind of market, yeah. It's technically not Slice, but it is their tech license. Okay, so it's Slice derived. That might, oh, you know what? I might be talking, because when I first saw this machine, that did have a Slice hot end. So maybe they've changed it. You know what? They might have changed it since then. I don't know. Go watch my video from like 2 years ago. They also sent this little case with tools. This case is 3D printed on the machine, by the way. You got a torque wrench, all kinds of sockets. Where they gave you Wera Allen keys, grease along with a spigot, all kinds. Like, it's actually a really, anything else in there? This is actually a really nice case. This was printed on the machine. Like I want the STLs for this. This is actually a really nice case. How's the Benchy coming along? It's a Benchy. But yeah, so going back to here, so key features, printed, wait, what? Built to be service. Printed to be hot swapped in a minute. I'm assuming that's the tool head, could be hot swapped in a minute because it's just a few connectors. Printed can be, Pantheon guys, English. We got a bit of a, what does this mean? Rigidly mounted hot end allows for one-handed nozzle changes, Ethernet and Wi-Fi, CAN bus, touchscreen, build tray, there's your slicer, clear path servos. So they sent me the 100% uptime kit. Should be print head. That's what I'm assuming. I'm assuming it's meant to say print head. So they sent me the 100% uptime kit. So that is the starter kit, which is the printer, a nozzle with spares, a build tray with spares, so that's the flex plates, filament cartridge, which I'm assuming is the dry box. It comes with a spool of filament, a bed prep kit, nozzle tool, and a warranty. On top of that, the 100% uptime kit includes everything from here, plus an extra tool head, which is like $1,000. Two hardened steel nozzles. So I'm assuming it's a hardened nozzle in this. I'm assuming they're hardened nozzles. It better be a hardened nozzle in there right now. I'm assuming it is. 2 build trays, one smooth, one textured, filament cartridge, 3 spools of filament, heat set kit, post-processing set, and a service toolbox. So yeah. So let's go into that one box and open. It is based on Prusa Slicer. So they give you some tools. So this is a deburring tool, which is actually also printed. X-Acto knife, printed. I like how the tools that they give you with the printer are printed on the printer. That's actually like really cool to see because it's like the Prusa thing where they sell you a printer with parts on the printer printed on the printer, so you kind of know what you're getting into. Humidity indicators and desiccant. Spatula. You know they're Canadian because this is a Craftsman. Deburring tool. A fine addition to my collection. A Klein tool socket. Here are the nozzles. So I've got 4 nozzles. They're unlabeled. Okay, they're Fadis. Yeah, they're Fadis hot ends, or they're Fadis nozzles. So they're the Fadis 0.4 millimeter. I'm assuming the hardened nozzle or tungsten. I don't know. What nozzle would the Fadis nozzle be? Hey, if anyone can tell me what Fadis nozzles they are. They're 0.4 and they're Fadis. Personally, I would have liked to see 0.5, but that's just me. I wish we had more 0.5s. A whole bunch of heat sets and heat set tools. So if you got to reprint parts for it, you're good. Their goop. I put Vision Miner on it because I already had it, but they give me some of theirs. I've used this stuff. It actually works really good for nylon-based stuff. So like nylons, PETs, that kind of stuff. This stuff works really good. A whole bunch of napkins and a whole chisel set for like post-processing your prints, for like cleaning them up. So they give you like all the goodies you would kind of need, which is nice to see. That's actually kind of nice to see. Why 0.5? 0.4 is, in my opinion, a little too easy to jam with filled filaments. Simple as that. You can print carbon fiber and whatnot on 0.4. pretty good. That may be one of the reasons why they only recommend using their filament, because if you use a different brand of carbon fiber, PET or nylon or whatever, the chopped up carbon fiber might be too big and cause a jam, or their consistency may not be as accurate and it may cause a jam. Yeah, simple as that. I like, put it this way, Toasty Boy with which is running a high temp Revo. I have a 0.6 nozzle in that. I clog the 0.4 with carbon fiber PET. It is a V6 spec nozzle. It is a V6 spec nozzle. Should come with a positron in the spare box. I mean, I have it right here. Or is it in that box? Which positron? This is the... I think this is the new one. I've got the parts to fix it too. So I've got the replacement parts that we needed. How's this coming along? Pretty good. So we'll print the parts for the TD1 after this. Oh, shoot, I closed that. I did not mean to close that. Discard that. Also, I'm wondering if the profile for nylon goes quicker. History, tabs, restore window. There we go. So yeah, so here's all your specs about the machine. So we got what? It's a fused filament fabrication. It's FDM. Screw the trademark or whatever. I like calling it FDM. So it's 300 cubed, kinematically print bed, kinematically mounted cast aluminum tooling plate, CNC machine finish, build tray, bed temp 130 max. The chassis is 6160 aluminum. That's this 20 mil plate that everything is mounted to. Passive heating to 45 plus. I like that they just put 45. It probably does get hotter than that, but it's kind of like, we'll just put 45 just to be safe, because then somebody can't complain about it not reaching like 90. So there you go. Technologies, Pantheon high-speed deposition, patent pending contact probing system, incorporates slice engineering patent under license. Hot end is that. It's a 100 watt hot end, 500C max. It's a PT 1000 temp sensor. There's your part cooling is 3 watt, 40 millimeter axial fan. Nozzle probing, love to see it. CAN bus tool head. Rapid speeds of 1.1 meters per second for the rapids. Print speeds, it'll do 500. I'm assuming that's the travels, and 300 continuous is laying down plastic. Again, this machine can move a lot faster, but it's designed, or the profiles are, in my opinion, probably, I'm assuming, tuned more for reliability and consistent quality parts. So yeah, it could go faster, but then you're going to take hits in print quality and also print structural integrity, because when you print fast, you lose quality, you lose integrity. So they probably does have, it's probably tuned to run at like the limit of what, you know, you can actually get good required quality parts. And then you probably have a safety margin there too. Because again, this is a production machine. So flow rate, 45 millimeters a second, continuous 25. So that's what, 0.4. If you want to flow faster than this, you really need to get a bigger nozzle. Minimum layer height, that just a divisional, that doesn't matter. 0.4 nozzle, standard resolution. Again, that's just a stepper thing. CPU is an ARM Cortex. It's running Klipper, 100 megabit Ethernet and Wi-Fi, 7-inch touchscreen. There's your machine size, 600 by 600 by 650. There it is in American. It's 1 meter tall with the lid open. It weighs 103 pounds. It sucks moving around by yourself. It sucks moving this. I really wish there were handles. I wish there was a handle here and a handle here bolted to the frame. I'm longer term, if this sticks around, which it probably will, I'm probably going to drill and tap some holes in here and put some metal handles on this thing. This needs handles if you want to move it. Now, on the bright side, there's no pinch point underneath. As long as you have it sitting on the feet, you can get your hand under here and there's no electronics under here. So you can lift it up, you know, like this. That's how I'm gonna have to move it onto that table. It's just kind of, but it's heavy as shit. And it does not slide on these feet. These feet are really nice. They're grippy AF, but they do not slide. Operating temperature, range, I'm assuming, yeah, that's just generic stuff. Input power, 750 watts. And there you go. And it's Pantheon slicer, which is forked from Super Slicer and Prusa Slicer. I think your PC is almost that weight. It's heavy. It's heavy. Oh, I'm gonna put my overlay back on there. Overlay back on there. Overlay back on there. Okay. Send CAD for the handles my way. Well, I'd have to machine. I don't know if there's CAD for this available either. Like I don't know how open source this is. I'm assuming like they want to. I believe they want to patent this aspect. The whole everything just being on a common plate. I do believe they want to patent that, or they're trying to get a patent on that. Last I checked, I believe. If they get it, they get it. If they don't, they don't. I'm not a lawyer. I mean, this is the only commercial printer I see using that. It's a nice design idea. See how it goes. Yeah, the common plate architecture, like as John said, the common plate architecture, the way this is designed, where you have everything is mounted to this plate, makes assembly of this really easy because it all just bolts to the plate. And there's like little slots and everything in here for like indexing stuff. Like it's actually a really clever design. Because essentially you could take off these 4 extrusions and just have this plate and be holding it and the printer will function, essentially. So, like this is just, you don't need this. It's just keeping it clearance, essentially. E3D tool changer and some of my designs had a common plate. Yeah, it's, I don't know. I haven't looked into their patent too deep, so I don't know like what is the limit, like what qualifies as a common plate, but oh, we're almost done the benchy here. Yeah, I believe they have a minimum layer. It's doing a minimum layer time because it really slowed down for the smokestack. So it's definitely a reasonable profile for actual like regular use and not YOLO speed benchy send it. Are you a small business, John? I work for a medium-sized business. You go, John. You go. Professionally. Can I do a YOLO? I probably could, but that's not what this machine is kind of meant to do. It's meant to go fast reliably, not just go fast. I mean, the rapids on this are crazy. Like when this print is done, I'll tell it to do some rapid moves. We'll see how it goes. Is it G1 or G0 that you, I think it's G1 that you indicate a speed. Is it? Yeah, so it'd be like G1 F. Ooh. Speed. Yeah, you wanted it moving. There you go. Okay, let's do this. Okay, ready? Okay, so load that up. Okay, so if I go G1 X 0 Y, so it's 150 F 6S. Okay. Is it G0? Okay, 1 second here. Ready? So let's do X0, Y. I don't think I can zoom in more. Yeah, here. Mobile. Okay, you ready? Holding it with my left hand and I shake, so here, we'll do this. What the Excel set to? Fast. That is F50,000. Can I do input shaper? I don't want to fiddle with it because it already has values and everything, and this desk is wonky as heck. So we're not going to wait. Jeb. 10,000 machine, it can't include a webcam. Jeb. Can you please let the audience know what this is right here? This thing, right here. What is this? What is that? Can you let the audience know what that is? Jeb. This thing right here with the light on it that says Logitech C920. What is it? What is it? Jeb. You just tuned in. Think. Yeah, it's a slow frame rate because it's actually like, it's not configured right in Mainsail, I believe. You can probably, it's not running Crow's Nest. I don't believe they're running Crow's Nest. So it's, the MCU in here might be a little taxed. But again, as I say, your webcam FPS don't matter. You just need to know if you're making spaghetti or not. That's it. Bonchy. First layer was damn near perfect. That's a dang good first layer. Your tops and everything. So it is carbon fiber, so you're gonna have a little bit of a matte finish to it. It is very consistent though. Okay, let's print the TD1. Let's print that. Print. Nope. I don't want to reprint job. Emergency stop. Wayne gifted 5 community memberships. Cheers and appreciated. Thank you, Wayne. So they did some customizing to the UI. Like they removed the, they removed the ability to update it, which makes sense. One thing I don't like is they removed the upload and print. You can't just upload and print. You have to upload. And then you have to print. Which isn't a huge deal, in my opinion. It is probably more of for professional workloads or workflows kind of thing, because you might have like an operator running the machine, but a designer who's uploading files to it. Who knows? I don't know, why, but I do miss the upload and print button. Are you allowed to see the config file? Yeah, I don't see why not. There is a whole bunch of files. What do you want to see? There's a Stepper X. So it's an M8P is the board. So yeah, it's running a Manta M8P as the board. Stepper X, Stepper Y, Stepper Y1, Stepper Z. But the Servos stuff, I don't know where. Probably gonna probe the whole bed now. The only thing I don't like, I wish it was not doing full bed probing. Max velocity is 1,000 millimeters a second. Max accel is 8K, which, considering the weight of the tool head, kind of makes sense, I guess. Probably could bump that up, but again, it's probably more tuned for consistent reliability than just YOLO speeds. There's your input shaper. It looks like it's MZV and ZV. So if this is what they're running for input shaper, that's pretty dang solid. So this lets you know. So we got HS3 Pro, HS extruder, Pro, so okay. Yeah. That no one other than large cap company. What? Any plans to do CF nylon? Yeah, I want to print a quadcopter frame. Yeah, I want to print a quadcopter frame. I've got all the parts to do like a 1 or 2S lightweight little park cruiser with like 4-inch props. And I want to print a quadcopter frame on this. One of the projects I want to do on this machine. But today, today we're just fiddling with it, making sure it works, because then I'm going to button it up and I'm going to put it on the shelf over there. So, and I can't put the top hat on because it's freaking huge. Upboxing. This thing is huge. Like the only, like you know, the only thing I could really like critique it on is like, okay, yeah, the screws for the enclosure kind of stick out the back here. Yeah, whatever. But like, other than that, this thing is built like solid. And this is all anodized. Like, it's got gas shocks for the, like, actual proper gas shocks for the hinge. So that's, you know, cool. Ball screws are all properly built and assembled and greased and everything. They are nowhere near getting warm, that's for sure. In fact, only the Z stepper has any heat to it. Have you seen the new, yes, I've seen the new Polymaker filaments. But yeah, as you can see, yeah, it has profiles for just their filaments, but there's nothing stopping you from just changing the values and, you know, making an ABS profile on this thing. Or whatever, do other filament. You can print PLA on here. There's nothing stopping you from that. If anyone from Pantheon is on, you probably could scale this down to like NEMA 23 or NEMA 17s. The problem is this common plate, machining this common plate, there is like lots of little bugs in here today, sorry. Little gnats and mosquitoes. This common plate is not cost prohibitive, but this common plate here adds quite a bit to a cheap printer cost, put it that way. Also, you can see the lights from the tool head on the reflection. PPS. Kevin, are you calling for a cat? CF10 from Polymaker seems sweet. I've got a bunch of the Polymaker nylon carbon fiber stuff. That's actually one of the things I didn't like about Polymaker for a while, was they were very Spartan when it came to like engineering grade materials. It's like, yeah, they had like carbon fiber nylon, but they didn't even have like carbon fiber PET, which, not PETG. Carbon fiber PET is a really nice material to print with. I had some. I used it for some motor mounts on the Milo and a few other things. Carbon fiber PET is a really nice plastic to work with, because it's like, you get almost the temperature resistance of ABS with the layer adhesion of PETG. Because the problem with like carbon fiber ABS doesn't have the greatest layer adhesion to begin with. You have to print it really hot to get good layer adhesion. And then you add carbon fiber to it. Carbon fiber doesn't stick to itself, so you lose layer adhesion. So CFPET is really nice because it's PET. That shit, it sticks together really good. I'm waiting for the day somebody does carbon fiber TPU. Wait for the rapid, wait for the rapid, wait for the rapid, wait for it, wait for it. It's doing a purge. That's actually, oh, there's 2 layers of that. And that first layer is bang on. There's CF TPU out there already? Really? CF PET is a dream highware. Well, here's the thing. TPU has unbelievably amazing layer adhesion, but it's flexy. So if you add carbon fiber to TPU, you get something that sticks together really good. Could probably take an impact or two, and it's still relatively stiff. That's just tinfoil hat ideas. Zach Freeman covered it. Yeah, but he also doesn't like ABS, so I don't know how much I trust his filament opinions. I kid. I like Zach. That's one booth with TPU CF example part. I can't remember. So that's something I kind of want to play with the Prusa XL, is I want to print stuff with like a bone structure of like a really rigid plastic like CF nylon, but then also have like a TPU shell on it. I'm probably getting eaten alive by mosquitoes. There's tons. I don't know how they're getting in here. I think there's like a little gap in the door. Or no, I had the door open last night. There's tons of little itty bitty mosquitoes in this room right now. Anyone printing TPU fast? I don't know. Can you come out of timeout? Yes, you're out of timeout, Jeb. Look at that first layer. Look. I'm gonna zoom in. Hopefully it actually looks good on camera. Look at that. Look at that first layer. That ain't bad. Ever so slight over extrusion, but you know what? I like that on a first layer. I like it being a little bit squished. I like it being a little bit squished. He doesn't like PP. Oh, Polypro is great plastic. It's a pain to print though. What's the difference between PET CF and PETG CF? Oh, it's easy. G. One has glycol, one doesn't. You add glycol to, so PET is this plastic like water bottles are made out of, right? Like this. Pretty sure this is PET, I believe. So like the stuff water bottles are made out of, that's PET. The problem is PET itself actually doesn't print that good. You add glycol to it, which makes PETG, which makes it easier to print. So can you give feedback to gamer subs? Yeah, I can give feedback. I have a rep. Go buy gamer subs, 10% off, code Canuck Creator. But yeah, so it makes it easier to print, but I believe it also makes it, you have to print, it makes it gummier, if I remember correctly. It makes it harder, it makes it easier to print, but you lose some of the mechanical properties of PET in the process. Raw PET, like actual PET, is closer to like the properties of ABS. So you actually get much better temperature resistance of PET. Adding glycol makes it easier to print, but it lowers its temperature resistance. You're waiting on your gamer subs. If you ordered something that was like just released, usually you have to wait a little bit for it because there's like, they do like a pre-order period usually. Like this was the tactical waifus pack, because they're like, hey, we got a new pack. And I'm like, cool, send me some. So they sent me some. And this took like a month to show up. It is what it is. But they have now cheaper prices and cheaper shipping for Canadians. So if you're in Canada and you haven't gotten gamer subs because of the expensive shipping and prices, they've recently redid all their prices in shipping for Canada to make them lower. So. Glycol is danger sugar. Put you back up here. Yeah, the only thing hot on here is the NEMA 23s for the Z. And they're like, a little warm. The Clear Pass Servos, bone cold. These are colder than the room, probably. You find it hard to sort things on their site? Yeah, I'll give you that. I will give you that. Need more outdoor UV stable options. I've never had a print fail from UV, but I don't really bring my prints outside too often. I hated those heat sinks. Well, these are just part of the motor. Like this is just part of the motor. Like under here, the little flashing light, that's a USB port for programming it. Which is why I don't want to like play around with like, This machine, as much as I love fiddling and tinkering with, you know, oh, this has Klipper, I'm gonna start messing with settings. I ain't doing shit to this machine. Like, I'm gonna be contacting them after the stream going, hey, the Wi-Fi is doing this. How do I fix it? I ain't fiddling with this machine. This is a, hey, you built this, what the heck? I don't wanna break something here. Yeah. It is so weird because it's not making a ton of noise. Install Marlin on it. Did you find out? Do you have to? I don't think I have to. I don't think I have to. If they ask for it back, it's going back. But they never really. Yeah. These are all fun colors and. Yeah, honestly, it'd be kind of nice if you can get CF. The CF filaments in colors other than black, but I don't think it works that way. So just for reference, it looks like they have, yeah, so it looks like they put print time on the machine before it showed up. So they did a, so this is the benchy I printed, and then I started it again and canceled it. And now we're printing a TD1, but it looks like before I got the machine, they have about half a day of print time on it. So it looks like they ran an 11-hour test print. So maybe in the factory, what I'm thinking, they might do like a verification print, like a benchy or something, and then they do like a full plate print, and then they send it. At least that's what it kind of looks like. So they did do some testing. 3DO. Problem is, a lot of those companies are in the US, so shipping to Canada sucks for a lot of those filaments. Like this, I'm really wanting to play with these more exotic filaments lately. Now that I have, like, I've got this, I've got the Magneto, I got Toasty Boy. I've been really wanting to do more Gucci filament stuff. The problem is I need projects that can justify using that stuff. So, this or Doom Cube. Oh, totally this. But I mean, Doom Cube can probably do higher temps. Doom Cube's also cuckoo. My whole bench is shaking. Back to work. Take care, Dan. So what else have they got? What else have they got? So on their site here, you got a nozzle wrench, some stuff, the shirt. The shirt's nice. I gotta find where I put it. I was gonna wear it today, but I couldn't find where I put it. The nozzles, oh yeah, so these are their nozzles. So they're Fadis nozzles, hardened steel nozzles with DLC coating. So this is what they include. I want to see one solid cube, solid 3D print, fill build volume. Prusa XL will take 56 rolls and cost 2,000. Yeah, as much as of a fan as I am of just burning money, I'd rather put it towards my mortgage first, then I'll burn the money with PA6 CF. Okay, so class, because I can never tell them apart, is it PA6 or PA12 is the good one? I can never remember which one is the better one. I can never remember which one is the better filament. PA12 good? Both? Yeah, isn't one less hygroscopic? PA12? But yeah, PA12 less moisture, but does it creep more? PA12 has more PAs, so it's better. Okay. Because I've got a bunch of the, where did I put it all? Where did I put it all? I've got a bunch that came from Polymaker of like their nylons, and I don't know where I put it all. I gotta dig for it. But I got some of the more fancier. I got like their PA12 or PA612 or something. Sucks up water like an MF, yeah. Bigger number, okay. 12 is less bendy after water absorption, okay. Like, what is the, here, let me shop. So what is the nylon they sell? Because they sell glass filled, and they sell. So I've got the glass filled. They sent me. I've got 6 kilograms of carbon fiber PETG. So we got 2 3-kilogram spools, and then I've got 1 spool of I believe, yeah, carbon fiber nylon and glass filled nylon. I think they're both black too. Let me double check here. Glass filled nylon. Oh, that's beige. So glass filled nylon is beige, and carbon fiber nylon is black. So same print temp, but the carbon fiber nylon is, so there's your tensiles. So it doesn't tell you what kind of nylon it is, but there's your numbers. I've got some PA9 for, yeah, that's the thing. Like, you gotta remember, there's a lot more plastics out there than what, because some plastics just can't be extruded into filaments. They just don't work well if you change it from like resin form for injection molded into a filament form. Fix all these windows here. Ambrosia PCCF would be cool. Yeah, some PCCF would be fun to play with on this. I've got a feeling this is going to be like my production Gucci machine. Like this. You don't want to buy a Voron? How did Joel? I didn't watch Joel's stream on this. I kind of popped in a few times, but I didn't watch Joel's stream on it. How did Joel take this machine? I mean, I could just ask him, but. All these fiber filling, you don't have an issue with sharp piece of glass fiber sticking out? No, because the filament's so like remember, yes, it's got carbon fiber in here, but the carbon fiber bits have to be so small they can actually fit through the nozzle. So it's not like you have like, you know, whiskers. It's not like insulation. Have I done much PC ABS? I have some. I use it occasionally, but not a crazy amount. Quality-wise, what's the difference between linear rails, ball screws, and linear rods? Well, one of those is not like the other. Linear rails and linear rods are a motion platform. Ball screws are a driving platform. So ball screws drive something that could be either free-floating, which usually not, or attached to like a motion constraint system like a rail or a rod. Yeah, I know the Pantheon. Yeah, the Pantheon guys were there to help him set it up. I had to lift this son of a bitch onto my desk by myself. Well, my wife helped. Thank you, wifey. Yeah, I had to get my wife to help pick this up on the desk just to make sure I was actually on the desk because I couldn't see. Yeah, just avoid. So apparently, like speaking to them at Rapid, a bunch of movie studio companies, prop companies, use this machine for props. So they print props in like PETG, like their CFPETG. And like they did like the helmets from what's the DC guy with the helmet? He just had a movie series, Star the Wrestler guy. What's it called? Peacemaker. The Peacemaker helmets, the props in the movie or in the show were printed on these machines along with a bunch of other props from a bunch of other movies. So yeah, they're used, like prop houses are using this machine for that. Because like the layer line, I'm very tempted to reprint some of I'm probably gonna reprint a bunch of the T45 suit at some point on this, because in terms of like layer consistency, this is very consistent. Like, yeah, you're gonna have a bit of a surface finish to it because it is a carbon fiber filled filament, so you're gonna get that matte finish that won't be perfectly smooth. But just look how consistent that layer stacking is on a benchy. Like, you know the benchy hull line is a thing, right? It's like you sacrifice a perfectly smooth finish for a very consistent finish. Can you 3D print PP? Maybe. Actually, who was it? Jantech? Who just did a video on PP? Jantech? No, not is it Jantech? Jantech, yeah. Go sub to this guy. He's another German 3D. This is young Stefan, basically. I call this guy young Stefan because he's also, I think he was actually Stefan's intern for a bit. But yeah, go sub to Jantech. Here, I'm gonna do the bro YouTuber thing. Ready? That cool. Go sub to this guy. Go sub to this guy. Most of his videos are German though, but he just did a video on Polypro. Where is it? Is it not public? I don't know. I'm pretty sure he did a video on PP. Where'd it go? Where's this PP video? And yes, I'm calling it PP. Oh, is that? Oh, this is his German channel. Where's his English channel? Community. Where's his English channel? This is his German channel. Where's his English channel? I think this is his English channel. This is his English channel. Okay, yeah. Go sub to this one. Sorry, this one. Yeah, go sub to this guy. So yeah, he just did a video on PPCF, and he kept calling it PP throughout the video. So I'm going to keep calling it PP because it's PP. And it's fun to say PP. So yeah, he just did a video on it, and it was pretty cool stuff. So yeah.
In Europe, this can be recognized by the recycle.
So go watch it. Although when I say PP, it's not as fun because I don't have a German accent. Can you print on PP in a PP though? Well, these can print PP, and you can print PP on PP. And if you have a Prusa XL, you can print PP with PP, and another PP in PP. And then you can put the PP on the PP in different color PP. PP. I'm gonna get flagged by YouTube. We're like, what the? Is this not mature content? Yeah, I let the German YouTubers do the more technical stuff. Him, Stefan, CNC Kit, or Tom. I let them do the really technical stuff. Although John's video today was pretty good too. He did a like an enclosure for a computer to keep it quiet. That was cool. My camera swaps for effect. All it is a 250 millisecond fade. In scene transition, it's just fade 250 milliseconds. That's all this is. It's just a fade. Can I do star swipe? I think I could do star swipe. No, I could just do, I don't have star swipe. Small shutdown to Strecklomania, a young Canadian maker girl. She's a great promise for the maker. Oh, cool. Oh, shout out to Strecklomania. Let me look that up. How do you spell that? Strecklomania. Turn my brain up. Okay. Okay. Yeah, nice little channel. Cool. Somebody gave this channel a shout out. Making an origami business card with 3D printing. Ooh, cool. It is getting warm in here, by the way. It is 31 degrees Celsius out here. In terms of AC, we have no AC. I got a fan. Although it's blowing cool air on me, but it's blowing air over the printer onto me, so it's heating up the air. Is that solo ball screw cantilevered? Yes, it does not have a support on the end. The original design for this machine did. So for those wondering, I've covered this machine in the past because I saw them at the past two Rapids. Let me find this here. Yeah. So I've covered this machine a couple times. So this was at Rapid 2 years ago. So this is 2022. So this is Pantheon, their booth there. So you can see it doesn't have so the machine's very similar, but this is a different machine. This is last year at Rapid.
temperature in the way that it self
So I've covered this machine, but yeah, they've played around with having it support at the end, but then they realized they didn't need it. They didn't need the support on the end. Because here's the thing, long ball screws, you have it support on both ends because of the length usually, but they're so rigid, like it's not like it's deflecting much, and it didn't need it. So they didn't put it on. Simple as that. It's like a lead screw. You're not going to over constrain this system. They're like high quality ball screws and rails and rods, and it's built correctly. So you're not going to have to worry about over constraining it. It just doesn't need the block on the end. And then if they were to put the block on the end, it would have to, like, it would change this design, and they could, but they didn't need to. And it's just like, yeah. But I mean, like, this is a custom machine part here. Like, well, these I think are off the shelf motor mounts, but like, there's a lot to this machine. How are those prints coming along? Oh, those are coming along so good. Is this? Yeah. So if you're wondering, over here, this is a, this fan sucks up cold air from underneath the bed and blows it up top to circulate air. So it's blowing it against where the top hat would be. Right now it's just venting it into nothing. But that way you don't get actually direct air on your print, which could affect it, because you want any air that's coming on the print to be controlled. Whereas this just constantly blowing, but this will give you that air circulation within the chamber. So this sucks up the air and blows it out the top. So it's kind of like a Nevermore. It does the same thing where you get the circulation of the air. What if you bump it and cause the bend? That ball screw? My brother in Christ, it's 16 millimeters of steel. Are you bumping? Like, you'd have to hit that hard. Also, what are you doing inside your printer while it's printing that you're bumping the tool head? Don't go in the printer while it's printing. It has a top hat. This is supposed to have a top hat on it. I took it off, so it would, the top hat weighs like 10 pounds. Okay, you wanna know what's funny? Joe said it, so it's public. The enclosure for the HT90 costs over $1,000. Because you have to remember, let's do some napkin math here. Okay, let's do some napkin math. You wanna sell a printer. You wanna start your own printer company. Bob's Printers, okay? Bob is gonna sell printers. He's gonna sell Vorons, okay? He is gonna sell Vorons off the shelf. He's gonna sell completed Vorons. You buy it, he puts it in a box, it shows up at your house, fully built. Okay, so Bob needs all the components for his printers. Let's say he wants to sell 50 printers. Okay, so 50 printers. He hits up LDO. Hey, Jason, I need a bulk order of kits. So he gets a bulk order on kits. Let's say he gets 1,000 kits, or 50 kits for, let's say, $800. Okay, I don't know what the bulk price is on LDO kits. I have no idea. I'm just gonna assume probably $800 if he orders 50 of them. Let's just roll with the napkin math. Okay, so we got there, bring that up. There we go. Okay, so 800. Okay, so 800 times 50. So he bought 50 kits. I can't do math. 800 times 50. Okay, so right there's 40 grand. So right off the bat, he needs to make 40 grand to just buy the kits. Okay, so now, well, he's running the business. He's gonna pay somebody to build the printers. It takes, if you were to go crazy, like, let's say it took you 2 days to build a Voron. So you come in, you work, well, you're working 8 hours. So it takes 3 days to build a Voron, right? 24 hours. So 16 hours to build, or 3 days to build a Voron, okay? So that means, so 3 days times 50 Vorons. So that's 150 work days just building Vorons, okay? So let's say, so that's 150 days times 8 hours each. Okay, 1,200 times, let's say he's paying him $20 an hour. Okay, that's 24,000 divided by 50. Okay, so there's 480. So now we got 480 plus 800. Okay, so right there, 1,200. So there's that kit. Like, and then, oh hey, how much does it cost for the rent for the place he's in? How much does it cost for the employees' benefits? How much does it cost when for shipping? How much, like next thing you know, you're looking at like 2 to 3 grand. Also, that doesn't even factor in his profit. That's just one employee. So if you're doing it yourself, like not 3 days, 10 hours, you can build a full Voron completely from scratch in 10 hours and it's ready to go ship to a customer in 10 hours. Like tested, functioned, calibrated, ready to ship for a customer in 10 hours from a box of parts. Also, don't forget the time it takes to print all your parts. Like costs add up very quick. The actual BOM price of something is very little in the grand scheme of things for certain products. So, oh, a V0. Okay, a V0 you can build in a day. I'm talking V2s. Did I say V0s? Okay, I meant V2s. Yeah, 480 a week. Yeah. And that's just, I'm just going off, you know, basic, well, 480 is how much to build each printer in hourly wage. So if it was like, if it took you 3 8-hour days to build a Voron, it would cost $480 in labor to build a Voron, essentially. And then like, don't forget labor. Don't forget like downtime. Don't forget breaks. Don't forget bonuses. Don't forget like healthcare. Don't forget travel. Don't forget like it adds up so quickly that people just go, well, I can buy the parts. Why is this machine cost 10 grand? Because it's 10 grand with like a 10% profit margin. The rest of it is like, that's how much it costs to make. Because also it's not a high volume machine. So when it's not a high volume machine, you still need to sell it at a price point to recoup your investment. Otherwise, what's the point of selling it? So if you're only selling 50 of these a year, you have to offset the cost so that when you sell each one, the profit margin on it makes up for the lower volume. Like you printing stuff for your little Etsy store or just buying a Voron kit and building it yourself does not translate into an actual company doing something in production and selling stuff for production. It just doesn't pan out that way, unfortunately. How many people have we even got here? 400. Wow, 400. Hi, all 400 people. Don't forget, if you haven't entered yet, at 5 o'clock, we're going to be doing a giveaway from Polymaker. We give away a spool of filament every stream from Polymaker. Links for them and more in the video description. It's hot out. Are you thirsty? Go buy some gamer subs. Code Canuck Creator, get 10% off your order. That's also in the description, along with some other links. Affiliate links don't cost you anything extra, go a long way in supporting the channel. And if you want to help support the channel, the content I create, and the things I do, consider becoming a channel member, Patreon supporter, or if you're really cool, gifting memberships to others. Because we have new channels in the Discord for channel members, where you get some behind-the-scenes stuff of projects we're working on. Nope, don't close that. Put that back up. And... oh yeah, and like the smash button. Do the thing, like the smash button, because right now only half of you have liked the smash button, whereas you've pretty much all entered for the giveaway. So you went down to the description. You come into my house, you go down to my video description, you enter my contest, you don't like the smash button. What the heck? Also, if you subscribe, your name pops up right about here. So if you want your name to pop up here and you're not subscribed, subscribe and your name will pop up and I'll wave at you. So do that too. See Alan Mandit create up. Yep. Yeah, he's moving across country. He's moving. Is he moving to Seattle or he's moving to Oregon? I don't know. He's moving to the West Coast. Gamer subs are not going to hydrate you. They still use aspartame. It's still water. It's still good for you. Oh, merch. The merch store is down right now. Can you go on the Stream Element store? The merch store is currently down, I believe. Yeah, the merch store is currently down, just so you're aware. Their Stream Elements is changing from one supplier to another. So one, I got to redo all my merch. And two, I got to order some of it to make sure the quality is good before I actually put the store public. Otherwise, I'm going to have to find another merch store. So unfortunately, there's no merch right now. He's going to Oregon. Nice. I would like to move to the West Coast. I like it out there. I think the weather is nice. San Francisco was really nice. I really don't care what people say. San Francisco was nice. I had a great time in that city. I wouldn't want to live in the city itself, but that climate I kind of like. But yeah, problem is I'm in Canada, eh? And I like it up here for the most part. So what prints a better benchy? A printer bot or a Pantheon HS3? It's hard to tell. Print's coming along good though. Would you move closer to the events or other creators? I mean, technically I'm close to Chep. Chep's like an hour from me, and I'm like 2.5 hours south of Hacksmith. You know, I've never done anything with them. Weather or healthcare? Yeah, SF is a nice place to visit. Yeah. Like, people are like, oh, there's people that poop on the streets and druggies. I'm like, cool, welcome to every other major city on the planet. San Diego, some of the best weather. I don't know. It's got shit internet, according to Pay Money Wubby. But watching Wubby streams when I always go down. I like my gigabit here. I love my gigabit internet here. Let's peel these panels. Let's do some panel peels while we wait. And yes, the panels are actually insulated too. Move to BC and get the weather and the healthcare. Unfortunately, moving to BC also gets you expensive as hell cost of living, unless you want to live where nobody is. And unfortunately, I like having high-speed internet and not being in the boonies. So, plus also, I'm pretty sure my mom would like kill me if I took the little guy away from her. Try to peel off the wrapper on this panel. Getting fingerprints all over it. Yellow knife? No. As much as I don't really mind the cold too much, I'd much prefer a cold day than a hot day. I've slept in the Arctic, on Arctic sea ice in February. Never again. Never again. So there's your side panels. Bent, folded aluminum. Gucci. Dallas, I wouldn't move to Texas. I would not move to Texas. I like living in a place with proper infrastructure. Too many guns? I don't mind guns. I like guns. I own several guns. I used to be in the Canadian Forces and did USPSA and IPSC. I like pew-pew, but I like responsible pew-pew. Texas is super hot. Yeah, and again, proper infrastructure. No. I mean, let's be honest about hot. Right now in this room, it is 32 degrees Celsius with 45% humidity. This is right now in this room. I will say, FlexiSpot desktops, not great for workbenches. They get dinged a little too easily. How's it going? It's going great. I'm peeling off wrappers. While printers print printingly. Crap on wind farms when they're ideally situated. Yeah. Oh, we got tons of wind farms around here. Yeah, Florida man conditions. Yeah, F that. Nope, 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 nope. I mean, where I live, we have crazy high humidity, and I could not do Florida man weather. $100 F, 37 outside, but 8%. So what is that, like Arizona? It's okay. It's a dry heat. It's a dry heat. What kind of extruder is on it? Custom. It's using the larger size BMG gears, dual drive, but the enclosure itself is all custom machined aluminum. One second here. Where is it? Okay. Everyone is fleeing to the mountains. Colorado is super overcrowded for housing. Well, yeah, everyone's moving to like the Denver area, right? You might want to come up down here. Here's the thing that a lot of people don't get. Okay, a lot of people see the debate, and yes, we're gonna go into that for a bit here. Plug your ears. Don't forget, you're not just voting for the person. You're voting for the party, and you're voting for everyone they bring into the office. So, yes. You know, the choices last night were like, you know, convicted felon with a bunch of other not great stuff going on for him, or old guy that has had a lifelong speech impediment that still doesn't have the greatest public speaking ability. I take the old guy because the other people he brings in that will fit out his cabinet and be the people, you know, the president is just a person, right? You're not just voting for the president, you're voting for the team and all the people that come with the team. So yeah, if the choice is between convicted felon, womanizer, who's, let's be honest, not a great person, or a guy who's a bit eepy and old, but you know, for the most part, seems to be okay. They're both politicians, so they're both scumbags, let's be honest. But one of them, the party probably, you know, wouldn't make life hell for people who, you know, want to be themselves. I'm kind of for the party that doesn't want to make life hell for people who just want to live and just be themselves. So. And remember, the whole both parties suck, don't bother voting is a right-wing talking point and is promoted by Russian assets. Because you may not vote thinking that, the other party's still going to vote, and now they're going to win because you didn't vote because you wanted to send a message. And no, don't vote third party, because you're also throwing your vote away there. Let's be honest. I'm Canadian. We have like 8 parties, and we only ever vote for 2. So, and don't get me even started on Canadian politics right now, because they're all gone to shit. Okay, back to printing. Okay, out of the politics. Pump the brakes. We touched on the debate. So about Dr. Disrespect. Talk about, oh my God, dig up, stupid. Dig up, stupid. Rank choice. Yeah, we were supposed to get that after the one of the last elections, but the party that said they were going to get rid of it realized that they would never win again if they got rid of it. So because they won, they stopped. But yeah, yeah, Dr. Disrespect. Talk of Nick Merckx. Oh, good for him. He's a, you know, he's a tune. I'm all out of my gamer subs. Now I'll have to drink water. This print's too good. Like, it's just printing too good. Okay, has anyone ever had it where you get a game? Okay, Grand Theft Auto 3 for me was this. I got Grand Theft Auto 3 and I played about 3/4 of the game. Okay, this is when it first came out. I played through about 3/4 of the game. And then I found the cheat codes that unlocked everything. And I lost all desire to play the game because like the progression was kind of what drove me. But then once everything was easy and unlocked and I wasn't dying anymore and I had everything, I kind of lost the fun. This just works too good. It's just too consistent with its quality. It's multiple items, perfect first layer on everything, geometrically accurate, quiet. I mean, the screws stick out back here. See the screws? The screws stick out of the back plate, which is also aluminum. I might catch on one of these screws. Also, it could use handles. Whole bed, single layer. I could do that. I mean, let's be honest. There's really no point in doing it because we know it'll be good. It does a full grid bed mesh. They're letting me keep it? I think so. They never asked for it back, and I ran into one of them down at Open Sauce, and we talked for a bit, and they never asked for it back. So I'm like, okay. I know Joel got his. Joel's got one, so I'm assuming. Does it have? Yeah, I got the top hat. The top hat's on the floor over here. I took it off because two things. One, it's hard to pick it up without the top hat, or with the top hat on. I was hoping I could like grab it around here. That's why I took the side panels off too. But the top hat also weighs like 10-15 pounds. It's like 1/4 inch acrylic or plexi, and it's all fused together with a HEPA filter built in. Prusa HT90 or HS3. Whatever one the company billing department goes with. It depends. Like I haven't used an HT90, so I can't compare it. Simple as that. Say aluminium. It's aluminum, aluminium, aluminium, aluminum. It's for the ZZ. It's for ZZ. Joel make content with it. I'm sure he'll do something with it. I do like what Joel has kind of pivoted more into like educational stuff, like on-site interviews and showing off cool shit. I really like that pivot. The age of Joel print thing big is in the past. If not wrong, HT90 is for high temp. Yeah, HT90 I think is meant for more higher temp materials like PEC and whatnot. This is more for just mass producing carbon fiber reinforced parts all day, every day. This is more of a... The HT90 seems more oriented towards like prototyping and one-off stuff. This seems more aimed at like low volume production. This feels very much like a machine that you would have in a prop house, which apparently a bunch of them are in prop houses. So this seems like that kind of machine where it's like, yeah, I just need a machine that can run all day, every day printing carbon fiber nylon. Don't you have someone who can help me lift these things? My wife. Because Calvin's a little too young. Car parts. I may end up be printing car parts on here later for somebody. I do HT90 because I have more vertical space than horizontal. This isn't actually that big horizontally. Machine is what, 600 by 600? So in Freedom, it's like 26 inches by 26 inches. Which is a good thing I built this desk 30 inches deep. Because this actually wouldn't fit on a 24-inch. Yeah, this wouldn't fit on a 24-inch desk. So if you wanted to put this on a 24-inch desk, this won't fit on a 24-inch desk. The machine itself, with the plug, is about... You need about 28 inches. Because the plug sticks out the back. And the screen sticks out... Well, the screen sticks out the front, but the bumpers are right at the front. So the feet are like right at the edge. So yeah, this wouldn't fit on a regular 24-inch desk. Luckily, this desk that I built back here, which was for a CNC that no longer lives on it because we got the FL Sun S1 and the laser, and the laser's going to move. This is like, what do we got here? What do we got? 31 inches. So this is going to go on that desk. Hopefully there's enough room to flip the top hat up too. Don't put a 10K printer on a desk. Well, where are you going to put it? On the floor? A desk is a desk is a desk. It's a table. It's a workbench. Call it whatever you want. This is going to go there. Where the CNC go? Just on the other side of the wall. On the other side of this wall here, like where the printers are, the shelving, I have another bench where I got the CNC on it right now. Print all the part for the door on Velta. I may, I'm gonna get some stuff. I really want to see if I can get that new Gucci stuff from Polymaker, because I don't think it's for sale yet. I want to get a few spools of that, and I want to print some stuff. As much as I want to use the filament that they sent with this machine, I do want to feed it not that filament just to see how it handles. So. My dream machine, yeah, Dianos, we all want a Mamaki. Don't get me wrong, we all want a Mamaki. Somebody at Murph, that's open source. Where's my Murph folder? Yeah, this dude had a Mamaki. So all the models that are colored, that's how they came off the machine. Most of these are VTubers, I believe. So like all the models that you see that are colored, that's just how they come off the machine. Like they just come off the machine like that. But this is also like a $100,000 machine. And some of these models don't leave a lot of room for the imagination. But that's transparent, by the way. That's actually like, the wings are transparent. So, like, you do crazy stuff with that machine. It's a really nice machine. It's really expensive, though. Imagine if someone made this for the consumer market. I mean, technically it is on the... you can go buy it. Link in the description. It'd be really interesting to know if somebody actually buys this from my link. It's not an affiliate link. I wish it was. I would take a little cut of the sales if you don't mind. But, yeah, no, it's not. But if you do want to buy one, it is in the description. You can buy it. Screams very custom prints for production. This or the Mamaki? The Mamaki is used in movies. Like a lot of movie props are printed on Mamakis. And other like custom stuff. Like think about it. If you run a company that makes minifigures, you can do prototyping on that easily, or low batch production very easily. So if you want to make custom like low production run, like 10, 20 models at a time, that's what that company does. The Tieflings thing, the video I just showed, that's what they use it for. They do custom figures for like people who want custom models of things. So medical models are another big thing. Like, just remember, the 3D printing market is not just little Timmy in his basement printing benchies and whatever the meme print of the month is. It's way much bigger than that. And like machines like these have a perfectly acceptable niche in the market, and they work just fine. Mamaki doesn't show. Yeah, that whenever you go to look at something and it's like request quote, you know you're gonna be hitting the limit of your credit card. Wasn't there a company? Yeah, there was a company for a while that you can get your World of Warcraft character printed. Those are all done on like Mamaki style machines. Poor little Timmy. I mean, if you want, I could switch over to Corporal Bloggins. There's a reference a few people might get. So we'll stop using little Timmy. We'll use Corporal Bloggins instead. When are you going to build an M53 dart blaster, clip-fed, bolt-action dart blaster that does mega darts at 100 FPS? If you link it in the Discord, I'll take a look. What I think of Sapphire's metal prints. I've talked to that guy a few times. It's really cool. I would love to do something with him, but I don't know what. If I was an American in Freedom Land, I would have lots of ideas what I could do with metal 3D printed parts. But I'm not in Freedom Land. Yeah, but yeah, it's a really neat little niche market he has with that. The fan truck. No, the fan shroud has about a millimeter of clearance. It's about normal. Also, these materials don't warp too much. Like, I'm seeing 0 warp, but this is only CFPET. But yeah, looking at it from this angle, I get what you're saying, but it does have about a millimeter of clearance under the whole thing. Just, I love how fast the travels are on this. Like, yeah, holy smokes, 500 by 500 by 300, 10 million color mixable. Yeah, Tarakesh, look up how much the ink refills are on that machine, by the way. Look how much the ink refills are on the Mamakis. Remember, you make the money off of the consumables, not the machine. What time are we at right now? 4:30. Cool. I don't want to know. Well, you're gonna know. Looks like it's small. It's a it's like a 40-40 or a 40-30. And it's running right now at like 35%. It is not loud at all. Like, this machine is staggeringly not loud. Have you printed PCTG? I have not. So I haven't printed a lot of funky filaments, namely for the fact that, like, I'm in Canada and a lot of those companies that sell them are in the US, and prices to get it up here is stupid. So, like, it's hard for me to justify dropping like $80 on a spool of filament just to fiddle with. Because, like, with how good my videos do on the channel, I am not making that back. I will say the only thing that's looking a little wonky on here is the temps. I don't know if I got to rerun a PID. I mean, the graph looks worse than it is. It's only fluctuating 1 degree. Not even a degree. Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's like fluctuating 1 degree. It just looks, I wonder if that's the fan ramping up, because it doesn't have a sock on it. That might be because it doesn't have a sock on it, and I don't have the, I have a fan blowing across the room, so that might be it. But that's like the only thing that just doesn't look super stable is just the temp for the heater, but it's only 1 degree. Dear Lord, found one that sells blue 4 8-liter refills for $1,000. Yep. Need to get to printing my Mark IV parts at ABS. Like a dummy, I don't know. I'd be in clothing now. I wonder how hard. Well, so for record, right now in my Prusa Mark IV in its enclosure right now is at 33 degrees Celsius. And it's not even printing. And I haven't lost any PET parts on it yet. And I've been printing a decent amount of ABS on it. Although my belt tension's still pretty good. My belt might be getting a little loose though. I'll have to take a look at that. I've got all the parts for it printed in ABS though to swap just in case. Does a PT1000? PT1000 is more accurate. So the thing is with a thermistor, as they are designed to work within a range, and they'll work outside of that range, but they drift. So what that means is like 2 thermistors from the same batch at reading a hot end at 300C. They might be both reading 300C, but one hot end might be like 290 and one might be like 305. As they get above a certain temperature, they start to drift more. PT1000, PT100s, they are more accurate. They're just a more accurate probe within more temperature ranges. So PT1000 is I think is the more accurate one than the PT100, but the PT1000 needs an amplifier board, whereas a PT100, a lot of boards can also take those too, or vice versa. I can never remember which is which. Also, I'm just realizing the camera's all fuzzy because I haven't peeled off the screen protector. There we go. Now it actually looks clean on here. Higher max temp for PT1000 also. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, this hot end's rated to 500C. And it's got dual 50-watt heaters in it. Ultim possible? Okay, for Ultim, theoretically, hot end and bedwise, yes. Chamber temperature, no. The chamber in here does not get hot enough for Ultim. You might be able to do PEC if it was like low to the bed. You might be able to get away with PEC, but otherwise, probably not. Where's the camera located? Right here. And it's got a light bar on it too. And it's just a Logitech C920. It's just a Logitech C920. Wonder what 2 100-watt heaters? Probably not much. You probably get diminishing returns because let's be honest, here's the thing. Yeah, you have more wattage, but it's still 250 degrees. Like the hot end still like, it says it's 280 right now. If you double the wattage of the heater, it's still 280. Like the melt zone is gonna always be the melt zone. Camera is the only off-the-shelf part. The fans and the motors, they're off the shelf. Just the mounts are all custom. PEC is easier to print than PEEK. This one has an enclosure. Yeah, it's got an enclosure. I took off the enclosure to get it out of the crate and get it up on this shelf because it weighs 100 pounds. I took the side panels off. So I've got 2 side panels here that I took off. So they go on the sides and they are insulated. And then I also took the top hat off. And the top hat is flipping huge and weighs more than you would think because it's all fused together. Here's the top hat. So it's got HEPA filter in the back with 2 fans. It's all, you know, acrylic or plexi or whatever. Hydraulic hinges or pneumatic gas hinges. This actually has weight to it. So that we'll put on the printer after. Okay. If I can get it out of here because it's flipping huge. Ugh. There we go. You can live over here. You still need to chamber around 150C to print PEC of any size though. Oh no, oh, it probably fell. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd I put it? Where'd it go? Oh, did it fall? It might have fallen. Did it fall? There it is. It did fall. Okay, I got it. Cool. So you're saying that this benchy that's printed out of PEC that we printed on a Voron wasn't printed on a Voron without a heated chamber? You can print PEC. It's just it's not going to be optimal. The top hat does lean back a bit, so I'm going to have this right at the edge of the bench. We'll see. We'll see. Really only have to open the top hat to load filament. Just because the way they have it set up, I get why they did it. The filament feed tube up here is pretty loosey-goosey. Like this, it's like 5mm ID stuff. But they did that so it's more rigid. Like look, let's see. Here's the filament feed tube for the Bowden. This is really robust, so it keeps a consistent bend radius, which for the stiff filament that this feeds, you want that. And it's also very loosey-goosey on the inside, so less friction. But the downside is when you feed filament in, it's hard to get it to go into the hole, so you just pop it out and you feed the filament in by hand. And then once it loads, you close it back up. So you do have to open it up to load filament reliably. That's like the only time you really have to open it up. What if the print head was just another tiny CoreXY printer? What? I mean, I could put a printer inside this right now. We're doing printers and printers and printers and printers and printers. There you go. There you go. We got a printer bot in it. Yo, dog, I heard you like printers. So we put a printer in your printer so you can print while you print on your printer, in your printer. So there's a printer bot inside the printer with the positron inside the printer, printing. I got the replacement parts for this, so we're gonna fix this like tomorrow or something. Okay, let me take this out before it decides to do a Z negative something. There we go. Yo, dog. You honestly probably can fit a V0 under here, probably no problem. What's the max spools it'll hold? 2-pound spools? It holds 3 kilogram spools. The stock spool, there is no spool holder for it because it comes with this. It comes with a dry box, a stainless steel dry box. So you put your filament in here and it holds the 3 kilogram spools. You can put a bunch of desiccant in here, and then when you're done, you eject the spool. So yeah, and it's got a filament hygrometer or whatever. No active drying? No, not for those. It's hard to make it. It's a certification thing, I believe. I think it's just harder to get it certified. Plus, a lot of this time, like, you're taking filament that is already pre-dried in a dried container. Like, it comes like dried. Like this, we just took out of the package. You're taking it out of a vacuum sealed container and you're putting it right into a dry box and you're printing. And you're printing until it's empty. That's like the workflow for this machine. Is basically filament out of vacuum bag into dry box, print till it's empty, replace. Like, this is a production workflow type machine, I think. The GP, what GPs? What, the GPs, but Taylor doesn't, what? The GP, what? What are you going on about? Motors are running the lead screws. They're ball screws, not lead screws. I don't know what the pitch is. It might be on their website. Teaching tech video today. Does it run RepRap? It runs Klipper. What was teaching tech? What did teaching tech put a video on? Full color printer layers on your 3D printer. What is this? Oh, Sam. So what is this doing? What is sublimation? Is this basically ironing it on? Oh! So this is basically an iron on, and then he's transferring it onto a print. Okay, that's kind of cool. I mean, that's kind of cool. That's a nifty little thing. Might not be, yeah, let me turn on, oh shoot, I'm not in live chat. Okay, whatever it was, GP or whatever that thing was, say it again. The GPs and the non-planar stuff. The problem with non-planar is the same thing as multi-axis printing. Until a slicer can actually spit out usable G-code for those machines, it's nothing but a trade show tech demo. Like, it's nothing but a trade show tech demo. Like, multi-axis, like, like, until you can just take an STL, throw it at a slicer, and it spits out G-code, and you can tell, hey, my printer can do non-planar, here are its limits, or my printer has a 4th or 5th axis, here are its limits. Until you can throw a STL in a slicer and it spits out G-code for it, it is just a trade show tech demo. It's cool, don't get me wrong, but it's not viable as an everyday thing yet. The Vision Miner IDEX 22, I did a video on it. I talked to him at Rocky Mountain. I did a little interview with them about it. What about it? It's a machine that fits in this kind of niche. You have a Pantheon to see if they'll ship you one of theirs. Oh, here's the thing. I don't do printer reviews. I don't like doing printer reviews because they're boring and I don't have fun doing them. Like, they sent me this and we're playing with this and I'm going to use the crap out of this. But I probably won't even do a review video on this. It'll just be like, I printed stuff for this project on this, but like, I don't think I'll do a I might do a teardown video on this at some point if I can. I might do a teardown on it. I might just, while it's on this desk, just do a talking head. This thing's an absolute beast. Let's see what it has and take the back panel off. Non-planar wouldn't work on most printers anyways because of clearance. Yeah, like you couldn't do non-planar on this at all. How's the FLS1 doing? I don't know. How are you doing, FLSun S1? It's off. Let me turn it on. I haven't printed on it since last time we printed on it. I haven't printed on it since last time we printed on it. I've barely printed anything in the past 3 weeks. Because between open source and Midwest, like this weekend's the first weekend I'm free in like 3 weeks. I gotta move I gotta move this. This being right here is kind of, I'm gonna move this down here, I think. Because it keeps cutting my head off. Also, if you think of a funny ad that you want to put there, we have a channel on the Discord. 1 second here. So on the community Discord, we have a community art channel. Okay, so if you want, like, what's that say? Join the yacht club. Oh, if you like think of something funny and you want it up in the corner, post it in the community art channel, and I'll put it up there. Send a new hat file. Awesome. I'll take a look at that. We have a load of Ultimakers around there, but the main 3D printing department has Stratasys. I don't know the machine type. They're a different part of the country. Oh, yeah. Let's do a follow-up. Let's do a follow-up. Let's see if I made the list. Free for 48 hours. It's been more than 48 hours. I want it. We were trying to game the system. I wanted to see if my cube got up there. I'm like, free this week. Hey, it got like 120 downloads. If you tear that apart, I'm willing to try. No, I'm not tearing it apart. I'll like take the back panel off and go through it, like do a, this is what this thing has in it. I might do that. I might not today because it's hot as shit, but maybe tomorrow before I put this on the bench back there, I'll do a little walk and talk with it, a little walk around with this printer and be like, this is what this has. Holy shit, look at this. I'm mad that Stratasys end of life the Fortis 450. Now, when they end of life the machine, does that mean you could, like, is it completely locked out or is it just no more software updates kind of thing? Like, can you still use it? Hopefully you could still use it. What kind of board? It's a Manta MAP. Now it has, we're gonna take the back off here. I'm not gonna take it off right now because I'd have to unplug the power and whatnot. But as far as I'm aware, it's a Manta M8P in here. And then it has some breakout boards for the servos. No more updates? Okay, so it's still functional. It's just they're not gonna get any life out of it or any updates. It's gonna be really interesting when Bamboo starts EOLing their machines. I think they bumped that up from like 2 years or 3 years to like 7 years or whatever though, because of blowback. Oh, and it starts to clock. Oh yeah, not being able to get replacement parts on those machines is gonna be a problem. You might want to stock up now on the essentials. You might want to stock up on the essentials. What time are we at? We got 12 minutes, or what is it? 20% left on the print. Yeah, so it's not crazy fast, but oof, just these prints are coming out clean. What is my go-to tool head when you? Well, it depends. Like honest answer, Zyrus, whatever printer I'm building, whatever the tool head for it is. If it's a Voron, usually I build it with the Stealth Burner. If it's a Prusa, I build it with the stock one. If it's a V-Core, it's an EVA. If it's you know, the Rat Rig or the VZ-Bot, it's whatever the stock. If I'm building a kit, I build whatever comes with the printer. Although I did put an XOL tool head on a Voron V2 that's over here that we got to get all the firmware up on. And I like that. I like that. The XOL is a nice tool head. 3DX Tech actually picked up the ball and started making nozzles. Nice. I got another 3DX Tech. I've got very limited interactions with them. I've pretty much, like, I think I talked with one of their reps at Rapid either last year or the year before, and then I printed some of their filament, but they seem pretty good. They seem like a pretty good head on their shoulders kind of company, just from initial impressions, compared to some of the other commercial companies in our market. Is Klipper able to use encoders from Servos? Well, this is running Klipper, and those are Servos. So I'm assuming yes. But they had to fork Klipper to make it work, as far as I'm understanding. Like, I know, like, the Magneto. The Magneto is probably the closest consumer printer to this kind of printer. It's probably the Magneto. And they had to fork Klipper as well, so. Is outside of saying anything with a direct drive, is there a printer out there specifically focused towards printing TPU as a specialty? Drew, not anymore. At one point, I can't remember the company, they made an extruder specifically like designed for flexibles. Flexion, I think it was called. But in terms of an actual printer, I don't believe so, because here's the thing, and I'm going to go back to your comment. Pretty much any modern printer with direct feed, with a direct feed tool head where the extruder's on the tool head, prints flexibles just fine. You don't really need a special machine for it, because like pretty much anything with a direct feed tool head can print flexibles just fine. I mean, the Tico could probably print flexibles just fine. Glass-filled ABS. Ooh. I want to use the glass-filled and carbon fiber ABS more, but I really don't want to take the hit to layer adhesion. Like, I'm tempted to do more CFP. Like, honestly, now that I have this machine, I might be doing more stuff with PETG. At least carbon fiber PETG. Because it comes out of this machine. Oh, so nice. So nice. So nice. There's a belted. Yeah, John's extruder. So, has anyone actually bought one of these machines on the stream today? It's not an affiliate link. Oh, geez, imagine a 5% affiliate link on this. Ooh, ooh. I'll take it. I'll take it. the rapids on this. This thing, yeah, this is very much like the closest machine I can compare this to one I've used is the Magneto. Printed just fine. I had to sacrifice a dragon heat break. Oof. Although this is really interesting. This is one of the reasons I wish I went. There's Z Polymers. They have this they have this filament called Polymer. So it's got no fibers in it. So it's not like continuous fiber or shredded. It's like Gucci as shit. Like we're talking like Ultim and peak levels of performance, and it prints on a normal machine. Like it prints on a normal, like they printed it on a Bamboo Lab X1 carbon. Like, I really want to get my hands on some of this stuff. 4 times stronger and 10 times stiffer than leading polymers. Properties comparable to Kevlar. No post-processing required. Stiffer than most polymers. Inert, so it's not going to react to chemicals. Non-flammable. Highest barrier. Like, this sounds like an amazing plastic. So Joel did a video on it. But obviously, the only downside is it costs $500 a kilogram. So that's like, I could see that companies buying that are like, hey, we need to print this out of Ultim, but we don't want to buy a machine for Ultim for this one thing, so we're just going to buy this. What's a decent nozzle for ABS PLA for Voron that's more budget friendly? What hot end are you running? If you're running like a V6, if you're running a hot end that could use a V6 nozzle, just get a copper plated nozzle. So a copper nozzle that's plated, like a nickel plated copper nozzle, and just send it. Now, if you're going to be printing abrasives, you're going to want something that's hardened. So you're going to want like the Fadis hardened nozzles are pretty good. If you're Gucci AF and balling on a budget, you can get a Diamondback. But yeah. Does it say what it prints at? I don't think they didn't say what it printed at. But if they're printing it on a stock Bamboo Lab X1, it's got to be 300 or less on the nozzle and 100 or less on the bed. So, what's a good Nerf blaster to build? Talon Claw. Admiral Dama, I need some eep. Aw. Are you eepy? Are you eepy? It is getting really hot in here right now. The fan used to blow some somewhat cold air. It's not blowing cold air anymore. Is really okay for, it's probably worth it. Yeah, honestly, that $500 a spool very much seems like, hey, we're a company and we prototype something and we need to make 1 or 2 of these in Ultim, but it's going to cost us this much to outsource it to somebody that has an Ultim printer, and we don't want to buy an Ultim printer. So we're just going to buy this. We're going to make sure it prints in like normal plastic, verify it works, and then we'll print the final thing in this Polymer filament for $500 and just do it once. That's where that filament is going to sell bang bucks for, is for that kind of stepping ground between having a machine that can print Peak and Ultim and needing it. What is the use case for Ultim? It depends. It's aircraft grade. You can print aircraft parts out of Ultim, which is basically PEI. Aircraft parts, aerospace, so space stuff, medical, dental. It's an extremely robust plastic that is non-reactive. That is like its big key selling points. It doesn't burn. It's extremely hard to break. It's chemically inert. It's not going to react. So like it has very good use case. Basically, it allows you to, you can basically print stuff that you would normally have to machine out of like certain grades of aluminum. Put it that way. Are we gonna do the giveaway? No, we're gonna do the giveaway actually right now. So because I didn't do a reminder and it is past 5 o'clock, I will give you to 5:05. So you got 3 minutes to enter for a spool of filament from Polymaker, and then we'll do the giveaway And then the print should finish just after. How quiet this is? Well, don't forget, I'm printing PET. So I'm only running at... Holy shit, really? Oh, no, okay. The hot end fan, which keeps the heater, the hot end itself is at 80%. The part cooling fan is 35%. So the part cooling fan is at 35. But even then, you're printing nylons and PETs on here and ABSs. You're not printing PLA on here. So that part cooling fan is just kind of like there to give you good overhangs. It's not running crazy loud. Like this machine is like, I got my noise canceling headphones out. This is nothing. This is probably, I wouldn't say this is Prusa quiet, but after the Prusa, this is probably the quietest printer I have. Like, why do I have 12 ats in the Voron Discord? Oh shit, what'd I miss? Uh-oh. What? What is going on here? What's going on here? Ah, shit. We got a bot. One second. That's why I have 11 mentions in the Voron Discord. Freaking bot. Scam. Yeah, the freaking... Nobody ever... Oh, God. Don't ever click a Steam discount code on a Discord. Nobody just pops in a Discord and goes, ooh, $50 Steam discount code. Here you go. $12. Okay, let's do this giveaway. So we're gonna close that. While I get this set up, you guys can watch it print a box. Click that. Copy. Names.csv. File save. And let's open up everyone's favorite game in the world. Continue. Race. Add names. Clear. Open. 442. Let's race on Few Will Survive. So we got 442 people. Bots. I think 442 or 442? 442. Okay. We got bots, 442. Few will survive. So we're gonna see who's gonna win some filament from Polymaker. And where are we? There we go. So congratulations. I don't know. Some of these are whoever gets to the end first and whoever gets to the closest first. So congratulations and good luck to Merv. Good luck, Merv. I believe in you, Merv. And you too, Ricky Bobby. You keep on trucking. Remember, exclamation mark, I really want my ball to go faster. It is the fastest ball in the world. Please go faster. Does make your ball go faster. So make sure you're spamming that in chat. Oh, Jose already fell off. I'm not going to say that name fell off. Kevin fell off. Wait, is that it? Is that it? That was quick. Okay, that was a really quick one. Loners Rogan, congratulations. You won. Wow, look at everyone falling off. Okay, this was a quick one. So, Loners Oregon. How are you supposed to pronounce that? So you could have been an easy name like Rudolph. Loners, Oregon. I'm assuming that's how you pronounce it? Loners, Oregon? Okay, well, congratulations, Loners, Oregon. You have won yourself a spool of filament from Polymaker. Quit, so quit. Let me find you in here. Loners. Oh, 1 of 1. So congratulations. You will get an email from me after the stream ends with information on how to collect your filament from Polymaker. Although we've got a couple minutes here, so I might just do it right now. Because we got 5% left. Or 7% left, sorry. When was the giveaway? The giveaway was today. And how many people won? 1. What? Yeah. The amount of people who do not answer the question what with yeah disappoints me. More sent. Oh, nope, not that email. Also, dates for Smurf are now out for the Sanjay Mortimer Rep Fest in the UK. It's in Manchester this year. It's the 7th and 8th of December, I believe. And that was all announced, so. Gamer subs. Order was delivered. Yep, okay, cool. All good there. Ooh. Ooh. There you go. They have new, oh, I get the notifications when the new ones come out. They got the new Scientist collection. Ah! Go back. Got the Scientist collection at Gamer Subs now. Code Canuck Creator, get 10% off. What the dog doing? That's a valid answer. That's a valid answer. Coho Cup. Oh yeah, that is Coho. But it's like a T, I believe. Yeah, it's like, oh, how do you know who Coho is? How do you know who she is? Hey, how do you know? It's from the streamer, right? The Twitch streamer, the famous Twitch streamer. She's famous for being a Twitch streamer, right? And collabs with like Connor, Sea Dog, and whatnot, right? Collabs with Connor and other famous Twitch streamers. That's where you know her from, right? Right? Yeah, of course. Yeah, she's a Twitch streamer and hangs out with Sea Dog. Yeah. Yeah, totally. And she did a collab with Iron Mouse at one point. Yeah, totally. Yeah, I need to get hotel and all that for Smurf. I need to figure out a sponsor and whatnot for that. What you're talking about. Hobo Banana, probably better for the best you just kind of. It's all about Iron Mouse. I'll be honest. I watch more Shy Lily than Iron Mouse. That's just me. To be honest, I don't really watch a lot of them either. It's just whenever the YouTube algo spits out a video, it's like, yeah, I'll watch it. Yeah. Oh no, Coho. Not that kind of Coho. I mean, before she was a famous streamer, she might have done other stuff, but I totally haven't looked into that. Nobody post any links, please. Anyone going to the show in Maryland? What show in Maryland? There's a show in Maryland? Oh, are you talking about East Coast Rep Fest? Yeah, I'll probably go to that. I don't know what I'm going to do for it, though. I don't know what I'm going to do, because there's not going to be a Voron booth again. What's the flow? I don't know. They've kind of sanitized their UI in Klipper here. Oh wait, no, we do have it. We do have it. Okay, speeds. So there's the speeds, there's the flow. So we've hit 81 millimeters during this print at some point. I want to see this bounce up for one of the rapid. Yeah, there is a rapid 370. Oh yeah, this thing has crazy layer adhesion. Like, I'm breaking a CF benchy is going to be hard on this, and it's CF PETG, so it's PETG, which is going to have crazy good layer adhesion, and then it's going to be stiff AF because it's carbon fiber film. I don't know exactly how much carbon fiber is in it though. That's the only thing. They don't tell you. It's just CF PETG. It doesn't tell you the actual, like, it doesn't come with like a data sheet or anything. Let me see if it's on their website. What's the wattage on the heater? 100. There's two 50-watt heaters in the tool head. The bed heater is unlabeled. I don't see a label on the bed heater, but the entire printer is the stated wattage of 750 watts. So I'm assuming 100 watts on the heater, probably 500 on the bed, and then 150 for everything else, probably, like fans and LEDs and whatnot. So. Any updates on Naomi? I don't know. She put out a tweet a couple months ago. Yeah, I gotta move this. A couple months ago, but I haven't heard from her at all. Hope she's doing okay. Like, we may have disagreed on certain things over the years, but I have no ill will against her, and I wish her all the best. So I'm hoping, but you know, it is what it is over there. It kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Yeah, it doesn't tell you the actual percentage of carbon fiber in their filaments. I'm assuming it's like 10 to 15, maybe 20%. I don't think it's like the high stuff. Why does Voron recommend ABS Plus as material for printed parts? It's alternative source gun ESUN. Okay, are we still recommended ESUN ABS Plus? Because if it's still in the docs, we should be changing that. ESUN ABS Plus hasn't been good for a while. Back in the old day, we're talking like 2016 to like 2020-ish. ESUN ABS Plus was a very, very consistent, reliable, easy to print ABS, and it was good enough for printer parts. The problem was they changed the formula, and it's nowhere near as good as it used to be. And also, at the same time, regular ABS filaments and ASA filaments became a lot better, which print a lot easier. So at the time, it was kind of like you kind of had to go for an ABS Plus if you weren't really good at printing ABS, because like the normal ABS didn't print as good as it does now. And nowadays, we have ABS that prints good, and then we also have ASA, which is basically ABS that prints good and can take a little bit of sunlight. Okay, I'm gonna let this cool for a bit. Ooh, that popped off. Okay. Oh, I don't know about you, but this part right here, it's kind of nice we printed this because this is like a like an actual use, like a part you need tolerances, and it needs. Look at that. That is so clean. Look at that first layer too. Oh, look at that first layer. I like this. I really like this. Okay, what's the other bed? Is the other bed they gave me a textured bed? I'm probably gonna keep, if it's not textured, I'm keeping this on. I normally like textured beds, but I think on this printer, I think they sent me two. It's supposed to be like a textured and a non-textured bed. I think they sent me two flat beds. Guess there's no ringing issues with those servos. Probably not. Yeah, they sent me two flat beds, which isn't, I mean, I'm not gonna complain, but it was supposed to be one textured, one not. But I'm probably gonna be using a flat bed on this going forward. Look at those bridges. Yeah. It just comes off. Okay, the vision miner might be a little too sticky. Or I maybe I should actually let it cool properly before taking it off in the future. Like, should test their adhesive on the bed. I have. They gave me a bunch of their adhesive last year when I met them at Rapid. So I've used their adhesive in the past. It works really good. I like it. So I have no idea how this goes together, but this goes like that. Just snap together. Now, taking this apart might be a problem now. Maybe I shouldn't have put it together. Uh-oh. Okay, taking this apart might be a problem. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I might, maybe I shouldn't have snapped it together because it locks in place. That probably wasn't a good idea to do. Just reprint it. Well, I want to test their layer adhesion. There we go. Wow, nothing broke. It's got little tabs so it indexes into each other when you snap it together. But wow. Yeah. I really like this material. I really like this printer. Go buy one. Link in the description. You should buy one. Don't knock it. Gifted 5 community memberships. Cheers and appreciate it. So yeah, I think we're going to call it there. I need to figure out why the Wi-Fi is not working. I need to get the Wi-Fi working on this. But other than that, it's been, as far as like initial impressions go, I'm not going to say best ever. But this is like, I can't really think of printer off the top of my head that like just, yeah. Now, granted, the fact that it's 10 grand does, you know, affect decisions when it comes to me going, hey, go buy one. But yeah, just placed my order. Mom is going to kill me. Seriously, Apulo? Really? Like, okay. I mean, you're not going to regret the printer. Might be absolutely overkill for anything you need. But for those that, if you're running a print farm, or if you're running a small batch production facility, or you're doing props, like this machine does have, I'm sure there are people in this audience that this machine is great, will be great for them. But I'm not gonna say everyone needs to buy one. But there are some people here that for what you do, this machine kind of makes sense. And I like it compared to some of the other machines. Like somebody in the chat was just saying, oh, Fortis just end of life, or Stratasys just end of life one of their machines. We can't get replacement parts for it anymore, blah, 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 blah. You know, yes, a lot of this is custom. Don't get me wrong. A lot of this is custom. They're just running Klipper. These are just clear path servos. Like, yeah, there's some custom stuff with the tool head. But I mean, like, down the line, if you had to buy a replacement motor for this, or replace something in the control board, and Pantheon wasn't available, I'm pretty sure you could fix it yourself and not be a huge issue. So like, you probably, you know, especially if you're a smaller facility where downtime is a major thing, being able to, you know, oh shoot, we lost a nozzle. Let me just go grab a generic V6 nozzle, throw it in, or a fan. I'm sure that holds a lot of weight for some people too. This printer is what happens when a group of engineers get everything they want. I mean, on this or a Phoenix, because BOM costs are probably pretty similar. Okay, I think we're gonna call it there. Tomorrow's stream, we'll have this. It's gonna be on the bench. This won't be the focus of tomorrow's stream, but I'll probably be doing stuff with it tomorrow. But yeah, I'm really, really happy with it. I'm gonna reach out to the Pantheon folks just to figure out if we can figure out why the Wi-Fi ain't working. I might need to update the firmware, I think. I'm not sure for sure. Because I don't know if like it's running an out-of-date version. Because this has been sitting in a box. This has been in a box for over a month, like including shipping time and whatnot. Yeah, I like it. I like it. See if the filament presses through the third part of the. So which part are you talking? This part? So the filament's got to go through the hole? Filament go through the hole. Let me grab some filament. Where am I going to get some filament? Oh, here we go. Yep. I'll use the FL Sun filament. Why? Because it's right here and it's all tangled. Okay, so snip a snip. So see if the filament goes through the hole. It's a little stiff. Yeah, it's ever so slightly too stiff. Yeah, it's ever so slightly too stiff. I just run a reamer through it and it'll be fine. Okay, so I think we're gonna call it there. We already did the giveaway. So we'll do another stream tomorrow. Tomorrow evening, the usual Saturday night evening stream. Just a heads up for schedule for the next little bit. And by next little bit, I mean pretty much the rest of summer. Because the little guy's not in school right now. So we're going back to the summer stream schedule, which basically means the weekday streams, the Saturday night streams will stay 8 p.m. Those won't change. But on Tuesdays and Friday streams, instead of them being either 11 to 2 or 2 to 5, they will be 11 to 1:30 or 2:30 to 5. Basically, they're either going to end a half hour early or start a half hour late, just because the little guy's not in school. And I'm still going to try and do a weekly stream on Twitch as well. That time is just going to be subject to change completely. Don't want to overdo it, could cause late. Yeah. So yeah, so we're gonna call it there. Again, absolutely amazing, massive shout out to Pantheon team for sending me this printer for testing and evaluations. Again, I did not pay for this. They're not paying me. They just sent the printer and said, have fun with it, show it off. And I'm like, cool, I will do that gladly. And initial impressions, again, very early initial impressions. We've only done like 2 prints on it, have been exceedingly good. Is this machine for everyone? Hell no. Is this machine for some people? Yes. And they probably will be very happy with it if this is a machine for you. So yeah, and also shout out to Polymaker for the spool of filament that we give away this stream and every stream. Links for all of that and more in the video description. Some of them are affiliate links, don't cost you anything extra. Some of them, like the GamerSubs one, you save 10%. The Pantheon link is neither. So it's not an affiliate, and unfortunately there's no savings on it. It is what it is. They kind of paid you 10K though. Well, okay, so yes, let's take the tinfoil hat off. Anytime a YouTuber gets something for free, yes, technically we are getting paid. However, I can't show up at my bank and go, hey, I would like to make my month's mortgage payment. Here's some filament and a 3D printer. It doesn't work that way. But yes, they did provide me $10,000 in product for free. I'm gonna have to put this on my freaking taxes, which is gonna suck. So make sure you like and subscribe and ring the bell. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this machine. I've got a bunch of ideas. So yeah, so we're calling it there. Again, links for all information if you want to know more in the video description. hit the sub button if you're not sub, ring the bell if you're not there, like the smash button, join the Discord if you haven't, and yeah, for those that donate to the channel, gifted memberships to others, or became members of the channel yourself, I thank you. Not be able to do the things I do, create the content I create without your continued support. You make it all possible. And I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye.